All right, what's good, man? Y'all already know what it is, and it's a Sunday, fun day, and I'm back, fresh off the weekend, man. I really ain't do much this weekend for real, man. I should have been dropping content, but of course, you know what I mean. I was being a little lazy about dropping content or whatever, so I didn't get a chance to drop no content yesterday. And it's crazy because the views on the videos been like going up after like the content has been up like the next day. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they counting my views before they give them to me or what, man, but it be looking crazy. But with that being said, though, I got some content for y'all today. We're gonna do some reactions on this real tune. He got a couple clips of interviews that he did with OG Gumby, man. And I gotta say, man, like I'm trying to get away from like really caring about what goes on in the streets. And it ain't just LA. I mean the streets everywhere. Like I really like my taste for like content is changing. Or I ain't gonna say my taste. My views on certain content and just conversations is changing. Like I told y'all the other day, like, you know how I'm feeling about like the constant conversation about who's snitching and who telling. Not saying that I'm not gonna cover it. I just might just give a different perspective on how I actually really feel about who telling it. You know what I mean? Like, cause I mean I'm gonna just give a different perspective, and it ain't like I'm uh taking up for people who telling or nothing like that. I just what's the end result? What's the end game? And then all this exposing and stuff like that, man. So, same thing with that. What's the end result? What's the game plan? Like people like that cover that all the time. I know Whack cover a lot of that content. So like just specifically him, like what's the end game for all of those conversations that people have? And let me check something with my mic real quick. All right, because I had to put oh damn. Yeah, see, I had to put a little delay on that. I don't know why my camera is like pausing like that, man. But anyway, with that being said, man, I've been kind of watching some of these videos with OG Gumby is what they calling him. I don't really know. I mean, I know Gumby is an older individual, you know what I mean? And I'm guessing people from that's directly from his neighborhood is calling him OG Gumby. I don't know if that's just the name they gave cuz on the internet or what, but it's being titled as OG Gumby or Hoover Gumby, however y'all want to put it, man. Which I should maybe change that up in the title, Hoover Gumby. Let me see, what is the title on this video that we doing right now? I ain't gonna change it. I just want to see what I actually titled this. Okay, OG Gumby. All right, whatever the hell his name is, man. Anyway, with that being said, man, we got a little content that we gonna go over. Hoover Gumby called OG Percy out for a fade. Like, I mean, I I think this dude is like almost 60 or in his 60s or something like that. Am I like tripping? Am I still calling people out for like fades and fights and all of that shit? Like, do I really care that much? See, because when you actually from these areas, but even if I looked at my own like area, like I really don't care what people is doing in my old neighborhood right now. I really don't give a fuck. And like, we done lost homies and put in work, got shot at, all that. You know what I mean? Went to jail. You know what I mean? Like my first two cases as a juvenile was just over doing like hood shit. You know what I mean? Like stealing cars and getting caught with straps and stuff like that. Um, but do I really actually care what's going on right now? Like, do I care what the younger generation is doing? Or do I care what somebody that might be like still representing what I represented out of town is doing out of state? Like at my age, like I just left from breakfast with my son. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me right now. Shit like that. I'm not concerned about, what somebody else is doing across the country or in another city or where I ain't from, or I could care less, man, if they representing it right or what. But apparently OG Gumby has been going viral on a lot of these platforms and channels on YouTube, right? And the conversation really been about like this Hoover shit and who claiming it out of town and is they claiming it, right? And we're gonna get into like what some of the issues is why he talking. We're gonna react to it, and man, I just want to know, does this make sense to my crowd that's 30 and up or 40 and up? You know what I mean? Like to the people that's really got their lives together and ain't thinking about gang banging. They might be from where they from, but they really ain't thinking about it like that or enough to even care about what's going on in a whole nother city and trying to correct it. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. We're gonna get to this first clip. It's called Hoover Gumby Goes Off on Kunta, saying he was gonna punch him down. I guess after the viral video of them actually having their little showdown, Kunta said he was gonna punch Hoover Gumby down. Let's check it out.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room. Shout out to Bob Report. I'm instrumental in building the Bob Report.
Oh yeah? That ain't what he said.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I watched an interview with Kunta, and essentially Kunta said that he was ready to put them paws on you. He said,
you know what I'm saying? We just on some inside shit.
Remove me.
That knew I was ready to punch on him. He knew I was on some fighting shit. I mean, the cameras portrayed it, you know what I'm saying?
Now, the dude hiding his face, right? Let's just talk about that real quick. The individual hiding his face was actually on a one-on-one with Hoover Gumby. They sitting down talking about the differences, and I guess they trying to get all this gang, like these old niggas, man. These old niggas is trying to get the gang stuff together, and we need to clean it up. I mean, like, how about let's just stop gang banging and get some jobs and some businesses and some money generated? Like, what the hell is we talking about? But anyway, instead of talking about like how they can just change shit, they got on a podcast together and really kind of got like into a heated debate about this dude right here, OG Kunta, sitting down with L.A. Ron, who happens to be from East Coast Crip out in California, and them like, it's, I guess, L.A. Ron, not OG Ron, L.A. Ron was supposed to be, giving them some game on how they should be doing certain stuff. And Gumby took issue with that because L.A. Ron is from East Coast Crip. How can he tell other Hoovers what to do? And I guess this dude Kunta and a lot of the other Hoover Crips or whatever in that area look up to L.A. Ron because I guess he was the one that was like instrumental in lacing them up back in the day when like this Crip stuff first took off in their area, though. You know what I mean? So that's just a little brief introduction of what these old niggas is arguing about.
Saying for him running,
like he finna punch on you.
that you from non-douche, you have no business speaking on, and again, I'm not trying to be in Hoover business. This is internet at this point because he took it there. He said you didn't have any business speaking on their situation, and he was highly offended by when he heard that you dropped the C.
how much did you think that hurt me when you said you dropped the C and the C don't mean nothing to you? In Texas, the C mean everything to every Crip that's heard, nigga. And we ain't die for that, cuz.
Man, listen. We got somebody's grandpa on here yelling with a goddamn bandana on his face, talking about he upset because somebody dropped the C. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Keep it 1K. Let's get it, man. This shit is hilarious.
On Crip, we'll die for that, cuz. We'll die for that, cuz.
So which part of that question do you want me to answer? The first, second, middle, last? What you need? Which one?
Well, I thought it was all in one.
Well, it's not. These are different situations that need to be broken.
I wonder, do these old niggas be like hearing how like stupid? They probably don't realize it because they're ignorant. Do you know how dumb you sound? Talking about, I die for this, cuz. I die for the C in Texas. Man, shut the fuck.
Broke down in various different ways. The first thing that he said was that he was gonna knock me out.
Well, he said he was ready to fight. I don't know if I heard knock you out.
Well, what more did I have to do to provoke the nigga to fight? Spit in his face? The Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't really think that it would have went that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep telling you, I don't lose. I don't lose. So I'm not concerned about Kunta knocking me out. Like, that's like fairy tale land. Like, I keep telling y'all, kids fight. What's next, boys and girls? Grown men kill. Next.
I mean, all right. So even though the conversation is about some dumb shit, right? At the end of the day, though, I'm a grown ass man. I keep telling y'all, like, I'm 46, right? We can fight, right? But it's highly unlikely that that's all we gonna do. Just depends on how mad I get. It's highly unlikely that the only thing we gonna do is fight. You know what I mean? Like, at my age, you put your hands on me, like, you really putting your life on the line by doing that. See, like, when we was younger and we was kids, and even in my 30s, I might have like, okay, we gonna just fight, shake hands, and it's over with. The only person I may shake hands with and it be's over is somebody that I actually love, somebody that I care about. You know what I mean? Somebody that's like, we real close. And like, the closest person to me is two people that I feel like, maybe three, that I feel like is close to me like that. I got an uncle that's damn near like only a few years older than me. I got a cousin that's younger than me. And my other cousin, my cousin, you know what I mean? Dev. We call him crippin' ass Dev, you know what I mean? Them is the only three people that I could actually see me, and really that's me, because Dev ain't letting nobody put their hands on him. He don't give a fuck if it's me or not. He's shooting somebody. I'm gonna tell you that off top. Now if he put his hands on me, I got so much love for him, I might not shoot him. But he would damn sure blow me down if I put my hands on him. Them is the only three. Outside of that, if I didn't just say your name or describe you, the chances of me just walking away from it, win, lose, or draw, is very slim, because I'm a grown ass man. Like, my parents is who my parents is. Outside of them, ain't nobody got no damn business putting their hands on me. Period. At this point in my life.
Next question.
Well, how do you feel about him saying that you don't really have?
Look, somebody, Steeler Nation, the Steelers is playing right now too. They playing them Brownies, ain't they? They said it's not they ain't playing. Who the Steelers got today? They said highly unlikely. Right? Ain't nobody just letting nobody put their damn hands on. Don't run off of these ninjas. Be outside for real. Right? You sound like a hater. I sound like a hater. You don't care, but you trying to get views off Hoover. I'm actually 5'9". I can talk about what I want to talk about. I can talk about what I want to talk about. I was representing what they talking about when niggas was still Crips. When they was Hoover gangster Crips. 5'9" Hoover gangster Crip. I got the shit tatted on me. I talk about this Hoover shit whenever the fuck I want to talk about it. I don't give a fuck if I'm from LA, Wisconsin, Ohio, Texas. I talk about Hoover when I want to. That's one thing a motherfucker ain't gonna tell me that I can't talk about. Flat out. What you talking about?
Have a right to speak on their business, because
First off, he don't even have no business. He's not a gang member. Let's get that understood. Him nor Percy are gang members. They dropped their flag. They can't do anything but talk on the internet. Well, this is why we've been having so many problems getting in touch with Fort Worth, because we had to go through the likes of Percy and Kunta.
Well, mainly Kunta. Percy ain't.
Okay. Yeah,
You know,
mainly,
let's be honest here.
You're
You
right.
can't
Mainly.
put Percy in
Okay.
there.
I'm just saying, because
Now-
I'm on his too.
Right.
But in regards to me, first off, this just goes to show how stupid this dude is. There are individual sets from Hoover, right? But this is a Hoover issue. This is not a Five Deuce issue.
It's not. But, and I'm going to say this real quick, on the flip side, because I know, I'm going to get into that in a minute, because I know he was upset about L.A. Ron talking to them about Hoover stuff, but I'm going to keep it at 100 with you. and some LA dudes know this dude that I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say too much about his name, but he was from neighborhood 90s. And one of his homeboys was from I want to say Harlem 30s. We bumped into each other out in Ohio. I was young at the time. I had to be about like 19, 18 or something like that. We was in a bar, but I wasn't even old enough to be in a bar. I might have been 17. Actually, I might have still been in school. I can't remember how young I was, but we had a conversation about some stuff, and you know what I mean? It was what it was. I mean, you know, they stood where they stood, but at the end of the day, they had a conversation with some young niggas about some shit. You feel what I'm saying? These was like older dudes. Like if I told y'all who the dude was from, if y'all know any neighborhood 90s from, and I'm talking about LA, this is a dude y'all would know who him, his brothers, his twin brother, and his older brother was, if you actually know niggas from that neighborhood, right? And shout out to him though. Shout out to him. Good dude, man. But so I'm gonna get into that conversation here in a second.
This is a Hoover issue. Get it? And if I'm from Hoover, I could speak on anything as long as I'm in the right. You ain't heard no other Hoovers come shout me down, stupid. Stop making up excuses. Oh, he's a criminal. Oh, I'm a Crip. See, y'all so stupid. Y'all the only one who play those games. When you was in LA, you was around all what? Criminals, Crips? Could you decipher who was a Crip and who was a criminal? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, they so stupid.
And a lot of Hoovers will tell you, like, if you ask them. So, like I said, I don't know about Texas. Texas is a lot different. Texas and Oklahoma, from what I know, from what I know and the people that I've come across who are from claiming Hoover in those areas or whatever, it's a lot different. It's a lot different. I think out in Oklahoma, they came up with some of their own Hoover sets, like 7-6 Hoover. Like they kept their streets, but they put the Hoover on the end. And then like out in Texas is a little different too, right? But most of the time you ask somebody what Hoover you from, they normally say I'm from all of them. You know what I mean? 716, like, or you know what I mean? Unless like, hey, unless they shout out their hood. But so I'm saying that to say like it's all one family type shit, even though they might have their own inner, you know, inside issues though. So like when I be sitting back looking at some of the stuff that's in Texas, I be just saying it is different. It's different than anywhere. I didn't bumped into like Hoovers from like New York, Baltimore, you know, like all over, like a lot of different places, man. Like where I may not even introduce myself as that, but I didn't observe like what was going on. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I haven't been involved in like gang shit in a long time. Like I said, I'm 46 years old. You know what I mean? But this conversation right here, like I don't understand why. I kind of don't understand why Gumby is putting so much energy into it unless he was requested to come talk to them about certain shit and they feel like they need to clean it up. I don't know, but it's going to get weird. So we're going to keep going because he's going to talk about some shit that people are going to like, all right, yeah, that is a little weird.
He's so stupid that he don't even know what he's talking about. Like, he don't even know our politics to even be talking about he's from Hoover. You don't even know Hoover politics. Makes no sense, bro. It's like arguing with somebody. Man, just go away, bro. Just go away, bro. You making everybody look bad, not just Fort Worth. In order for you to save face, you went out here and put on a whole orange rag, a whole orange hat, orange chucks, to prove to us that you from Hoover. But you said our colors is blue and gold, and I'ma die about it. Stop playing. You as fake as a $3 bill. Stop playing. Stop playing. You guys are misleading a lot of good people, bro. With all y'all fake bravado. I keep telling everybody, y'all think I'm fake? Get in the way of this. See what happened.
I gotta correct you in Kunta's defense. You said he wasn't in the gang, and I watched the Bob report. He said that he was, you know, he never dropped his flag.
I ain't never heard that.
He just was Muslim or whatever.
If you drop your flag for Muslim, that's the same thing Big U did. That's the same thing he did. If you're a Muslim, right, and you took your shahad, it's obvious that he's not a gang member. He leads with his religion. This is why.
So let me say this about the whole Muslim thing, right? And things is different in different places, right? But at one point in time, I was a part of the Nation of Islam. And what I was taught as somebody being from the Nation of Islam, because they never asked nobody that I knew that joined it to like stop claiming your gang and now you're in the Nation of Islam, which I know Nation of Islam and Sunni and all of those and Shiite and all those different denominations, I just to put it in simpler terms, of Islam is totally different. And the Nation of Islam is totally different than any of them. The Nation of Islam, as I was taught, never required anybody to stop claiming or being a member of the organization that they came from, right? The Nation of Islam always wanted the people, like, listen, don't walk away from your brothers that's in that because they need you. You more this is what we was taught. You are more valuable to the minister in a message that we are trying to send out to our people by still being in that particular organization. Now, we're not saying like still be going out gang banging and killing other blacks. No, we want you to go over there and spread the message of, what we trying to accomplish as far as being black men. But I ain't never heard of like you had to drop your flag to join the Nation of Islam. Like maybe that's something out in Cali. I don't know, because the West Coast mosques are a lot different than like the Midwest and the East Coast mosques. Like the mosque in New Jersey back in the day, like was off the hook. Like they was, man, listen, that's a whole nother story, because they was beating motherfuckers up if you ain't come back with that money for that final call type shit. So that's a whole different story. But I've never, back to what we talking about, I ain't never heard that you had to drop your flag. I don't even know what this drop your flag stuff is either. That, whatever. I used to hear people say that, like, but not from like where area I'm from, like maybe like a Chicago type thing, like or GD, that type of. I don't know nothing about dropping your flag. Like either you with the hood or either you steal from the set or you ain't. Like, oh my God, now I'm done. I'll drop a dropout or something. I don't know, drop your flag, but whatever.
He keep referring to California as the Mecca, and this is the Medina. Like, that's all Muslim terms, bro. So he's already then transformed who he is into a Muslim that by way of a Hoover. So like, you really ain't got nothing to even talk to us about. You're not even fully in the streets, bro.
Somebody I said did I hold on, let me see. When I was in Louisiana, they were claiming 6-0 back in the 95. I used to ask them, how could they claim a street that they ain't never been on? They would just laugh and call me crazy. And that was an issue here as well, like that people had with individuals claiming, because like they got their own gangs out here. You know what I mean? Like they own street gangs. And some of them are like more Crip friendly, and some of them are like more blood friendly. A lot of the Crip and blood stuff took place out this way because of people either trafficking narcotics or it was either trafficking narcotics or prison gangs. And a lot of people assumed or accepted the role of certain street gangs. So that conversation, that question you just asked, kind of goes to the conversation that I had with dude from Harlem 30s and dude from 9-0, right? But also in my lifetime, it's been other things that experience that I had with people from different hoods. Like, if y'all been watching me for a while, y'all hear me talk about PDL, Pasadena and Denver Lane. You hear me talk about Aldina Block Crip. You'll hear me talk about Venice Showline Crip as well. And it's reasons why I mention these different neighborhoods, because of certain relationships that I acquired over the years, as well as family and shit like that. But yeah, drop your flag is crazy. Somebody else said scary dudes turn Muslim in prison. Yeah, I became a Muslim, and I joined the Nation of Islam in 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. It was during the time I was trying to find myself spiritually, trying to seek God and religious guidance or whatever, you know what I mean? I was lost, just trying to find some information. It was a great source of information, but by time I got to study and everything about let's just say the Nation of Islam, let's just say that at some point I felt like, okay, this isn't for me. I'm gonna just say it like that with all due respect, because I learned some things about myself as well as some things about like ways to manage some of my anger and things that I dealt with, some of my own demons that I was fighting inside, as well as health and putting certain things in my body. I mean, I learned a lot of knowledge from the Nation of Islam, so I'm not gonna say nothing disrespectful to disrespect the nation. To this day, I'm highly grateful for my experience with the nation. Somebody else said they asked me was I selling bean pies. So I never sold bean pies, but I did go out and troop for when the minister came to Cleveland. I went up there. I was on guard. I was on post. That's what they call it. I was on post for the minister, not necessarily directly at the minister, but we had to be on post around the hotel that he was staying at because he was speaking. And, you know, if y'all know anything about the minister, his life is always on the line or at jeopardy at any given time. So, you know, you got to be out there and be security. But my thing is we out here on post on security and we ain't even strapped. But anyway, yeah. Let me see. Somebody else said they should say fold your flag. Dropping it sounds disrespectful and crazy, right?
So you can't be a Muslim and a gangbanger?
Yes, you can, but you have to pick one who you going to serve first.
Yeah.
You going to serve the gang first? You going to serve Allah, Jesus? You got to pick one.
He said he came down there to do content with Unc and the preacher. He didn't come to really do content with you.
I was there.
He said that you were in town, or they found out you were in town. Be honest, did y'all set up Kunta?
On Hoover, I didn't set up Kunta.
I ain't say y'all.
On Hoover, you said y'all. On Hoover, I didn't set Kunta up.
It seemed like a play. It
I
seemed
don't. Well, if it was a setup, it came from the people who set it up. I don't set people up. I had been talking to Kunta on the phone for damn near a year already, bro. This man got my personal phone number, and you know that's hard for a to get with me.
I don't think I got the number.
What I'm saying, this what I'm saying. So no, I never had any ill will towards him because we had already spoke. We spoke about everything that we were
Y'all was speaking after the fact.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like I'm saying, after the fight, alleged almost fight, y'all were still talking. Like
why wouldn't we?
Yeah,
Listen, this is the thing.
Is this. Why would he get on the internet?
That's my point.
If y'all have been talking like
Wait, this is my whole point. That's my whole point right there. Listen, not only see, this is what I want everybody to understand.
Hey, keep it 1K. That's the funniest shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when people be saying, I think I done heard somebody else say, like, he looked like Bobby Brown when Bobby Brown was smoking that shit. Like, he do got that Bobby Brown look, especially when his mouth be twisted up. Now, he told Wack his mouth was twisted up like that because somebody had gave him, I think he might have, like, popped a jig or something. That's a jig is a E-pill or some Molly or some shit like that. That's what he told somebody. I think that's a perk. I forget what he said. I might have been a perk or something. But anyway, but nah, that's exactly who he remind me of.
Me and Kunta never really had a personal issue with each other or disagreeing with each other about Hoover Crip or Hoover Gangsters. He just wanted to prove to us that they not no punks, and we ain't tripping on that, right? The disagreement.
Salute, Fam West TV. Yeah, like really for real. Like the nation out west is really like. I mean, they done been involved and on the front line for a lot of different stuff out there. For real, man. Like, so I gotta salute the West. I think at one time the minister's son was out there. Mustafa. I think he was out on the West a lot. Like, salute to everybody, like Nori Muhammad, all those dudes, man, student teachers, man. I even like Ishmael Muhammad. Like, it's a lot of them that I really, you know, was into, like, you know, their speaking and stuff like that, man, that I feel like was really, you know, powerful, some of the stuff that they was talking about. And if you ever watch, like, somebody on the rostrum in the Nation of Islam, when they giving, you know, doing their thing, man, they call them lectures. A lot of times, people that ain't even Muslim, that's like Christian, can like relate to the stuff that they saying, because a lot of it is talking about nation building and what we need to do. It ain't necessarily just like you need to be and believe in this and that and that and this. Like, they got some good word, man. You know what I mean? You just got to put some action behind that word. That's all.
We came in with L.A. Ron, right? So after that disagreement, I'm saying he understood what I was saying.
Yeah, it seemed like y'all had got
okay. So therefore,
and he
after
apologized.
that,
He was like, he won't do it again.
Yeah, after that, we went on to do 2 more podcasts. After that, right?
Oh, y'all did 2 more parts.
Yeah, and then him and Bishop Eli needed a ride back to their hotel, and me and my little brother Trig took them back to their hotel, bro. So what I'm saying is that this is why I don't really understand. This is why I don't believe you gonna knock me out. I was right there. You didn't do it.
So hold on. You mean to tell me Kunta, I think he's supposed to be an OG too, OG Kunta. For one, you can't be my OG and you don't own a car. OG Kunta is sitting on live streams talking about fighting and knocking people out and wearing these orange rags and orange hats and, trying to have a political conversation with people out in Cali. I don't know how you going to get there. And you not driving, like, that's crazy. I just seen OG Percy outside of a damn gas station a couple of days ago. I watched his live stream. He outside of a gas station with kids like a couple years older than my son. My son in the other room right now. A couple years older than my damn son. And you out hanging out in front of the gas station, and you keep going in the gas station to the ATM inside the gas station to check your ATM card to see if there's money that been loaded on your account. Yeah, it's like $200. And like, so that's all the money you got. You got a damn dollar in your, man, like, listen, couldn't be my, man, listen. Go get a job. Ain't nothing wrong with working. Amazon be hiring all the time. I know some people that have made some decent money, livable money working at Amazon. It's about to be Christmas time, and then Prime season gonna come. You're gonna be working a hella overtime, making a little bit of extra grip. Go get yourself together, bro. Like, get yourself, or start a YouTube channel and get your monetization up, but do something besides sitting around like being what you being.
Do it.
I hope people stay to the end to see that. That should have been said from the jump.
Hit that like button, y'all.
We come on, yeah, bro. I don't know why. This is what Fort Worth do, I guess. I don't know. I'm new here.
It's not all.
Damn. Hold on.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you the ones I didn't experience been bullshit. Percy, bro, y'all.
I don't know what's up with the damn camera.
I'm saying you better stop playing with me, bro. You better stop playing with me, bro. Bro, just stop playing with me, bro. Like, y'all direct y'all energy to somebody else, because I'm really not who y'all want to play with. You niggas still talking about fighting, coming to the park to fight. I just lost 2-3 different little homies in the last 2 months. You think I'm playing with any one of you? Y'all stop playing out here in the streets, bro. Stop talking about shit you have no knowledge of.
I am not pulling up to fight nobody. Like, you can't, at my age, you can't arrange a fight with me. We can't, where you at? I'm about to. Listen, if you come where I'm at, it's gonna be hell to pay. You really don't want to know where I'm at, actually.
Kunta, you call the set, you call Barney, you call people you think that can save you. They can't save you from me. Like, I don't want no issue with nobody, bro, but don't play with me, because I'm not gonna play with you, bro. I've always treated you with respect, but for you to do what you did, bro, that's some straight buster shit, bro, on Hoover. On Hoover, though. That nigga sat there, bro, did 2 more podcasts with me, talked bad about everybody, went home. We took the nigga back to his room safely. Nothing happened to him. Nothing happened to nobody. It wasn't even that type of situation. And then you get out here back to Fort Worth. Now you go put on all orange and get to talking shit about me. Bro, if that ain't the busterest shit in the world.
Listen. Man, listen. You like really like I don't know, unless you're going to like some type of gathering or something, man. I'm not pulling up. Like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not pulling up with no bandanas on my face. I'm not wearing no bandanas. I wear whatever the hell I want to wear. Like, I be flamed up. I can wear blue. Normally y'all see me with black TVs and black t-shirts and shit and black hoodies. And that's on some other shit, but I do got like an orange bandana somewhere. My son got it in his room. My son don't even know nothing about what we talking about right now. Nothing. I've never talked to him or told him about none of that dumbass shit. Like, all he know is I do content and he want to do content. He want to stream and shit like that and football. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's y'all's kids at? What y'all teaching y'all's kids, bruh? What the chat talking about? What's going on, Monique Hill? Shout out. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Somebody said, don't get mad. UPS is hiring Biggie Smalls. Kunta insecure, so he brings OG LA Ron to back him. And like, so that's my thing. Like, even though I feel like he should be beyond and over this whole gang conversation, at the end of the day, okay, if you want to push this Hoover shit, why is you going to get L.A. Ron though? Like, go get your Hoover homies to talk about this shit. Because at the end of the day, L.A. Ron ain't got no type of nothing in this conversation besides like he can give his outside opinion on shit, but he can't speak on like no Hoover shit. Now, so that's what I agree with Gumby about though. Like L.A. Ron can't speak on shit. Like why is we even talking about him? He shouldn't even be in a conversation. Why you going to get him?
Like that's what cowards do.
Shout out to the
Kunta.
hub and the
That's what
dub.
cowards do, bro. Like any that feel that I said anything wrong to you is a too. I said that. I don't turn nothing down, bro. You need to stop playing. It don't make no sense at this point. Cause somebody fuck around and get hurt. Maybe me, probably you. But I'm just saying.
That would be like OG Gum. That would be like Hoover. I'm calling it OG Gum. That would be like Hoover Gumby, like going to like that's like him going to Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, and you might have two East Coast Crips that's into it with each other. Let's just say like Nina Boy or Spider Lope was like kind of having the differences of opinion with how the East Coast Crips was doing they shit down in Fort Worth, and OG Gumby down there trying to tell the East Coast members in Fort Worth about their hood and how the politics and shit should go. Like he all the way out of that ain't none of your business. If L.A. Ron knows some Hoovers, he should have just put them in. Hey, listen, I know some people that claim what you claim out in Cali, man. I got some homies from Fire Deuce, Hoovers. That I ain't gonna say homies. I'm cool with a couple Fire Deuces. I got a cousin over there. Let me call him and put you with him so you can holler at him and he can put you up on that. Like that's what the conversation should have been. You know what I mean? That's how that shit's supposed to be. Like I don't care what you involved in, motorcycle clubs and shit, like all that shit. I can't tell nobody how their club is supposed to be. I can only tell you how my shit, you know what I mean, how we rocking out over here. Cause see, that's what I do now. I don't that gang shit out. Like I fuck with them bikes, like, and that's a whole different that outlaw motorcycle shit. That's on a whole different that's a whole different level. That's a whole that's the graduation period for most of the niggas. I think out in Cali, like chosen few real deep out there. We got some bros out there too, but I really don't talk about that too much online because, you know, for obvious reasons. Yeah, hit that subscribe button, man. Subscribe to the channel and like up on this video.
Stop playing. Talking about they gonna put their hands on me. Is you stupid?
Percy keyed him up.
I'm just saying y'all got to be stupid. Not saying that it won't happen or it can't happen. I'm just saying that if it do happen, the end result will be tragedy for somebody. I'm not taking no ass whoopings from there. Never have, never will, bro. Especially from the likes of these two. Like, come on, bro. Y'all need to stop playing. Y'all need to go play on the freeway somewhere and leave me the fuck alone, bro. I don't want no issues with nobody. Period.
Hey, real tone, it's a real.
So yeah, all right. That's one of the videos. We're gonna go through all of them real quick, man. They got, like I said, he got a bunch of them. I should have went to before I played the next Kunta video. I should have went. I mean, not Kunta. I should have went to what Kunta was saying. Now let me see. All right, OG Gumby goes off on OG or Hoover Gumby. I keep calling this nigga OG Gumby. Hoover Gumby goes off on OG Percy.
I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real tone, it's a real money in the room.
On that side, on the Fort Worth homies, they protecting this nigga. Oh, I can't say nothing about.
Yeah, chosen few they pretty big. They definitely pretty big. You know what I mean?
Not Percy, listen to me, bro. I'm trying to tell you, y'all better stop playing with me, bro. Like y'all too accessible to be playing with me. I understand this internet shit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I came out here on some whole shit. I did. And I had to sit back and think. That man mama ain't did nothing to me. I wouldn't be no better than that fool Charleston White to go to that woman's house and do something to this man.
Do something to who? He was gonna do something to he was gonna do something. He was gonna do something to OG Perk. Hold on, let me back this up, man. Maybe I should have played the videos in order, man, because I did just skip one. Because he was gonna do something to who? Tune started a Crip on Crip war. Hold on. Let's play that one first.
Hey, real tone, it's a real money in the room.
To Kunta. Kunta, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to just be overly messy.
You already is. You just started a whole war in Texas.
Please stop. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't start no war. I don't call no war.
Whatever, bro.
No war.
Okay,
I'm front line on getting the wars ended.
Okay.
That's what people
Okay,
don't know.
What about the
People don't know. People don't know that I put you and Kunta on the phone together months ago. No, I'm saying I put you and Kunta on the phone. I put.
Regardless of how, yeah, all right. Somebody said he threatened OG Percy's mom. I think if he did that, and we're gonna get to it, we're gonna see if that's what he say. But I ain't with that though. I ain't with involving nobody. Like, I mean, there's no way they could have an issue like that where it would cause you to even say some shit like that though. But I ain't with involving nobody's mama. And nothing. That shit ain't cool right there.
You and Duke on the phone. I put Shreveport and Kunta and them on the phone. So no, I'm just saying people are saying like Real Tune done tried to start some HGCA. No, Real Tune done put the right people in position to get to the bottom of stuff. Y'all got on the internet and did that.
So this is what we're doing right now, right?
No, that's not what we're doing right now. It's not what we're doing right now.
I'll tell you what actually happened.
It's not what we're doing right now. I just wanted to clear it up because you was making a joke, but it's people not playing.
No.
I'm telling, like, some of this shit that's like right now, man. I've been just paying attention. Y'all know I pay attention to a lot of LA shit because a lot of my content is based around like, you know, content creators from LA. And even though I don't touch on a lot of the street shit because it ain't my business, and I only want to talk about what's happening online. I don't want to talk about what's going on in the streets of a different city in the streets. I'll talk about what's going on online. But I'm not necessarily going to get into what's going on in the streets. But as content creators, though, it's a line that we cross. And this is one of the reasons why I don't really touch on, like, the actual street shit. For one, like I said, because it's not my business. And if I'm not going to touch on the shit that's happening in the streets of where I'm at or where I'm from, then I'm definitely not going to talk about the streets of where somebody else is at or where they're from. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do that. I feel like that's very irresponsible. Now, if it got something to do with some rap shit, you know what I mean, a rapper or something like that, and it's all over the news, I will touch on that. But I've been seeing a lot of people doing these hood vlogs, man. And like I said, we got to be careful of what we do as content creators because a lot of people are starting to say that a lot of these bodies that's happening in like LA and shit, a lot of it is the results of these different hood vlogs that's been taking place out in LA, man. And I always felt like the hood vlog shit was very irresponsible by the participants as well as the people that's shooting it. Now, I can't be as mad at the people that's shooting it as I can at the people who's allowing them to come into their neighborhoods and actually film. You know, because the person with the camera, they just come in there because they may be interested and intrigued by the lifestyle. Right? Nah, he never threatened OG Percy's mama. He talked about Charleston White disrespecting Percy's mom. Okay, all right, cool. That's why I didn't want to say that he did, but you know what I mean? Like if. That's why I said if. So good. That's a good thing. I respect that he didn't. We know Charleston White says some of the most craziest things and disrespectful things ever. But so with that being said, the reason why I'm bringing up the hood vlog thing is because even though Real Tune is saying he didn't start nothing, he's covered a lot of different things and a lot of different conversations that took place on this platform. So that's why somebody would say some shit like that. So sometimes we just got to be careful what we actually put out there if we don't want to be blamed for it. Now, I'm not saying don't cover it. I'm not saying don't let people say certain stuff on your platform, but be mindful that you doing that hood vlog or you allowing this person to have this conversation about street shit could actually go from online content to actually some things really happening or transpired in the streets that could really get people hurt or affect people's lives. That was my whole point of, you know, kind of responding to what Tune just said.
No, people not playing.
No, fuck all that. Because what
and
really
it's like
happened,
y'all got me in
no,
some,
not
some
nobody.
bullshit.
Y'all got you in. You got you in. Because I told you that your wasn't supposed to be asking a certain question you asking. Oh, niggas is already talking about putting you on Hoover. No, I'm telling you what it is, because you all in our business.
See, I'm not even in y'all business.
You the one who started all of this. Why won't you say
I was
start?
invited.
I take that back. I won't say
That's what I'm
start.
saying.
Wait, stop. I won't say start, I'll say exuberated it. You magnified the issue, right? And then when you should have stepped out, Tune did the tune. No, Hoover. Tune did the tune. And I personally asked you, I said, Tune, this is finna start a gang of shit.
To be honest,
I said,
no, because to be honest,
did I not ask you about 50 times not to do the last little segment about the homies from Sweetport? Did I not? I asked you, we went to dinner and had a whole hour, and I'm telling you, because it's gonna put me in a situation to where it's look like you throwing rocks over my shoulders at the homies. Get it?
No,
I told you
no,
this
no.
already.
That was never my. But this is what I'm saying. 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 I went to because y'all don't.
I understand what your intentions was.
It doesn't even matter. It don't even matter. My whole thing is I was in Fort Worth trying to figure out how gangbanging got here because we lost a lot of little homies.
Of course. Yeah,
starting with J-Dub. I got the 5 tatted right here. This is Channel 5 J-Dub. You know, an artist I was interviewing got killed. After that, a slew of people got killed. I just wanted to know, how did this even get here? So I get to doing interviews. I didn't know at the time there was even a difference between ACG, AGC. So once I'm learning, I knew them off the strength of a shootout that transpired in Arlington where my partner Trevo, you know, he became my partner, but at the time, we ain't know each other from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? It was just some stuff, some gangster stuff happened. And, you know, I ended up giving bro a ride. And I dropped him off in Hooverland. And he invited me to Hooverland. So I pulled up to Hooverland. At a time when I had issues from rappers from the South Side. We got that figured out.
Okay.
But anyways, so I'm saying that to say, I was invited there. And, you know, I did my due diligence on the history. I got the history that I was told. Now, Duke wasn't home yet. And the history that he has, a lot of people don't have. And so what they gave me, I took it, I ran with it, I went to LA years later. In LA, I'm just getting the history, getting the culture. I didn't know that there was an issue for people from the 50s. I didn't know nothing about Fort Trey to the one way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't even know there was a 5'9" Hoover. You know, prior to all of this, like a lot of people from Texas don't know. A lot of people from Texas don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Hoovers don't know that there's different Hoover sets. Right, I'm explaining.
I've never, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what niggas is doing, man. Let me keep going.
This though. So I go to LA.
What's up with you, James Hudson? What's poppin'?
Thrown in a wealth of information and situation. And
remember when y'all got jacked up by the police?
That's what I'm saying. We down there went. We down there got locked up twice in LA, dealing with these. You know what I'm saying? Oh me. Oh me. I don't even got no more footage, man. I'm hurt. I'm hurt about it. But oh man. But
all right, hold on, y'all. But we're gonna fast forward a little bit because I think this is the end. This is gonna be talking about
this right here with me. And most people I speak to, like,
and that's my culture. That's Texas. That's.
But I tell y'all what, y'all can check it. Y'all can check it out on the next channel.
All right, yeah, we're gonna go to. I just want to go to this OG Percy, and then we're gonna look at some of this.
Understand this internet.
Let me see, cause it's about 5. This video about 5
understand
minutes.
This internet.
And then we're gonna go to. I want to check out Wack and Adam's show real quick. Let's go.
Hey, real tone. It's some real money in the room.
On that side, on the Fort Worth homies, they protecting this nigga. Oh, I can't say nothing about. I knock Percy. But listen to me, bro. I'm trying to tell you, y'all better stop playing with me, bro. Like, y'all too accessible to be playing with me. I understand this internet shit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I came out here on some whole shit. I did. And I had to sit back and think. That man, mama, ain't did nothing to me. I wouldn't be no better than that fool Charleston White to go to that woman's house and do something to this man.
Wait, are you talking about OG Percy?
Yes. You know where the f I was at when I came out here. You thought I was playing?
What's your issue with OG Percy?
My issue with him is that we had a conversation, which I have recorded, right? And this is when we first made the deal for Real Tune West.
What do he mean that he has the conversation recorded? Like, did Hoover Gumby sit back, sit down, and record a conversation literally. Like you know how they've been recording people's conversations and shit. Are y'all telling me that Hoover Gumby sat back and recorded a conversation? Like, what the? Why is everybody recording people's phone calls? Like, what kind of shit is going on? Like, just because I agree with you don't mean I gotta agree with you. Like, I don't get like people calling people with other people on the line. Don't say nothing, but I need a witness so you can listen to like what he's saying and all this sneaky police ass shit. It's to the point where either text me, because you can't run from a text. Send me a text message. Don't call me on my phone. Either text me or DM me, or we can talk face to face. And you might have to pat somebody down to make sure they ain't got no goddamn wiretap on them. Like, who is sitting around just like recording phone calls? I gotta deactivate my camera and reactivate it real quick. Hold on. I got this new camera set up, man, and I'm still trying to figure it out right now. All right, there you go. Because it has some way. It be having like little wave, like this little wavy look in it or whatever. But I got to get a dedicated battery for it and shit like that too. Because right now I'm just running off a battery. It's a DSLR. Trying to step my game up over here. But anyway, I ain't understanding all this like police activity with these phone calls. Like all these damn videos I'm reacting to or whacking them is like recording. Like I got the recording. Like I just listened to a video last night of him and somebody, and they was yelling like, I got the recording, and you want to hear it? I got it on my phone right now and record the whole conversation. Like, god damn.
That was going to be my first guess. Right? So we on the phone discussing it. And it was none of this other bullshit that he's talking about. So that means you fake. I'm not going to wait until something happened to get on the internet and say, oh, this, that, and the other, because you could have got on the phone and said, Gumby, you shouldn't have did the man like that. You would have just like you did, right?
Yeah, and that's crazy. I'm defending Kunta.
Wait, but I'm saying he didn't do that, right? Right. But you get on here with Bob and all these other people popping it hot shit. Like if you'd have been sitting next to me, you would have did something to me. If any one of you ever put your hands on me, you did. Everybody with your last name did. Play with me if y'all want to. I'm not out here just talking. I'm not out here talking, bro.
What we ain't gonna do is be on here threatening people's lives online. Like you know what my mom told me? Cause you know how people be like in relationships and shit. And they be like, oh, I'm a unalive myself type, you know what I mean? Threatening like that. Like, I'm so stressed that I'm just gonna take myself out. I'm gonna alive myself. My mom always told me, somebody that's gonna take themselves out ain't gonna tell nobody. They just gonna do it. And I look at the same thing with this killer talk. Like, what you gonna do to? Listen, don't get on here talking a bunch of. Listen, it don't matter. You ain't even got to say that. That should be automatic. Like, you know, these niggas should already know. Like, they put their hands on you. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I don't know, man. It get a little tricky. Like, I just ain't I ain't gonna threaten nobody online. Now, I might tell you like, hey, it's gonna be hard for me to just walk away. Like I said earlier, I ain't say what I was gonna do. I just said it's gonna be a little hard for me to walk away if somebody put their hands on me. Somebody said wiretap shit is crazy nowadays. The streets ain't worth it. All cop activity from so-called gang members all working. I'm telling you, man, like what street individuals once was compared to now. Maybe these niggas always really been like that, though, and we just didn't know because they didn't have social media. I'll go for that, too. Maybe it's always been individuals like we see, and they just ain't have social media. Because some of these dudes, they my age. We ain't talking about no young gangsters. I ain't talking about no young niggas recording phone conversations. Everybody recording phone conversations is like 40 and up. All these old niggas is recording phone conversations on people and playing it back online. I'm going to tell you, see, salute to my dad, but I got so much game from my mama. This is something else my mama told me. If you say something once, make sure you can say it twice. So really, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about nobody recording my phone conversation and playing it back for somebody else. Because anything I say, I can say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many times I need to say it. But ultimately, though, You can also get put in a trick bag by somebody recording your phone conversations too, because that conversation can end up in the wrong hands and then your ass end up in some trouble. So you also still gotta watch what the fuck you say when you're talking to people too, because you never know who they let and listen to it. And I ain't talking about in fear of another person hearing it. I'm talking about them people.
I'm not out here just talking. Period. That goes for any nigga, from Texas to Louisiana to LA to anybody. Put your hands on me if you want to. I'm already going to hell, bro. If I kill up some shit, ain't nothing else finna happen. Like, they playing with the wrong people about the wrong thing, Tone. They don't have no right to even be speaking on gang politics. These people don't even know the Constitution from Hoover. They don't even know what it's like to be a real Hoover. They don't even know what it's like to walk on our streets. But you get on here popping your bullshit about some shit y'all got secondhand. How many police, how many crashes you done ran from on Hoover Street? Sometimes you done got shot on Hoover Street. Like, come on, bro, stop playing. Y'all can't bully us up out of our gang. Go be Fort Worth Crips. Stop playing. See, because y'all playing with people's lives.
And that's what Cuz from 9-0 said. He told the niggas from where I'm at now, he told these niggas in Ohio, he said, listen, why? He said, ain't nothing wrong with y'all wanting to, if y'all want to be Crips, cool, be Crips. He was like, what side of town y'all from? Niggas was like, we from the south side. He's like, all right, y'all from the south side. He said, why don't y'all be south side Crips? He like, you know what? That might put y'all in a whole nother situation because it's a such thing as Southside Compton Crips. He said, but what y'all need to come up with y'all's own name and be y'all's own thing. Why represent a gang from a section or a city in a street that y'all ain't never been to, right? He's like, because right now, if me and this is the Harlem 30 nigga that was saying this. His brother stayed out in Ohio too. His brother went to school out here. He had transplanted to Vegas or some shit. He had some shit going, some money shit going, some plays going on out in Vegas. But he came out here and tapped in with his homeboy from 90s or whatever. And he was like, why wouldn't y'all claim, start y'all's own shit? He said, I don't have no problem with y'all being Crips. He said, but if me and my homeboy was on some bullshit right now, we would be on y'all, because little do y'all know that shit y'all claiming, we don't get along with none of that. He pointed at the nigga from 9-0, like, I think he said, like, I don't know if his brother was in jail or he had got killed behind the conflict that they had with that neighborhood. But it makes sense. So when Gumby is saying, why don't y'all just be Fort Worth Crips and y'all can do what the fuck y'all want to do, that makes total sense to me. Like, even though I'm not promoting, I'm not propping this gang shit up, I think gang banging is dumb as fuck, because at the end of the day, all we doing is like taking out like our natural worst enemies is people that look like us. You know what I mean? People that come from the same situations as us. I feel like gang banging is dumb and played out. That shit been done, is dead and over with, man. When you start having people like Chris Brown and all these entertainers and Bow Wow walking around walking and all this weird shit, like, that shit is dead and over with. And it's just time out for that anyway, man. Too many people have lost their lives. And for what? What we gonna do? Continue killing each other? They gentrifying every damn neighborhood across the country where these gangs was prevalent at, where these gangs like considered was their territory. The same neighborhoods that people done died over, white people was coming and taking it, not even by force, they just taking it. And ain't nobody dying about that. So why is we still killing people over neighborhoods that we have no control over at this particular time at all? When you think about it and put it in sense, in a mature mind like mine, 46 years old, it just don't make no fucking sense, bruh. Everybody gonna be from where they from. If you want to join something, go join an organization, join a fraternity, join a community group, join a motorcycle club. I mean, join whatever the hell you want to join, but leave that gang shit alone, man. It's time out for that. But anyway, why not be Fort Worth Crips? You know what I mean? Start your own neighborhood if that's what y'all want to do. Like, because then you don't have this confusion. Because when you take on like the hood of or the name of another neighborhood, right? Then the people who's really from that neighborhood gonna have something to say when you ain't doing the shit the way that they do it. When they come to your city and you talking about, oh yeah, us in the 6-0s, we cool. Or us in the East Coasters, we cool out here. they're going to look at that shit weird. Like, we don't get along with no, the Hoover niggas is coming out to Fort Worth like, we don't get along with nobody. What the fuck y'all talking about? We the top ops in LA right now. Y'all talking about y'all get along with these hoods who we've been at war with for several decades. We talking about motherfuckers that they've been beefing with and into it with since the 80s. And we come out here and y'all he a ha ha and my homeboy LA Ron from East Coast. Yeah, that's my brother and I died for him. And they're gonna look at it weird, man. They're gonna look at it weird. But also these people from other towns is influenced by people coming out there on, getting money, bringing that work out there. They're influenced by people who might have even been rejects from these different neighborhoods out in LA who moved out to Cincinnati, who moved out to Harlem, or who moved out to fucking Detroit, or I can't think of a city that ain't got no besides Chicago. I really can't think of too many cities that ain't got LA gangs in they cities. St. Louis. We got people that moved out there that might have been rejects from their neighborhood who basically came out there wearing khakis and dickies and fitted hats and shit like that, flannel shirts and shit like that, propping themselves up as that they were somebody from back home and influence people to start claiming certain stuff in these neighborhoods. And then 10, 20 years later, they got dudes that done died for this neighborhood. Like they claiming Hoover, but they from a different city. And they got homies that done died over this shit at the same time. You know what I mean? And you telling them like how they should. It's a fucked up situation, man. Like, I don't think it's no changing it. I get I get that they try. Well, at least if y'all gonna still claim it, let's get it right. But ultimately, I agree with Gumby. Like, just claim your own shit and you ain't got to worry about nobody saying shit. But it's hard to tell somebody that when they didn't put sacrifices and feel like they didn't put in work and all this shit for a hood that they necessarily ain't from. It's fucking retarded. Like I said, go join something else. Big fat old hood, gentrified like a month. Man, listen. Let me turn my camera back on. Damn, it keep cutting off. All right, so look, my aunt, my uncle's wife, her family stayed in Venice. I want to say it was either 1st Street or 4th Street, something like that out there. And that whole neighborhood used to be like Venice Shoreline Crip, right? If you go back to them same neighborhoods in Venice, they've all gentrified. The houses is like worth $1 million over there, like because the property is so valuable because of what they're trying to do in that area, to the point where a lot of those guys don't even stay there. They got to go back to their neighborhood to have their hood days, like back to the old park to actually have the hood days there. You know what I mean? Because people don't live out there like that no more. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a different era. So a lot of this stuff is going on right now. Like when we think about it, and I don't give a fuck where you live at right now, think about all of the things that changed in your neighborhoods, like that used to be the hood, to where, you know what I mean, they put certain laws in place where you can't be on the same street with like more and gather than more than 4 or 5 people. They do that out here in Ohio too, like in certain in this, especially where I'm at right now. Neighborhoods ain't the same no more. Project buildings getting tore down. They just building houses and townhouses now. Like all of that shit is changing, man. You know what I mean? So we got to wake up and adapt to the times. Like I said, it's time out for the gang shit, man.
It's all these little dudes out here that's giving it they all. We heard about murder worth. We heard about all that. And it's commendable. If that's what y'all want to be commended for, y'all got that. Toodles. What the niggas say, whoop-de-doo. What the snitch niggas say, whoop-de-woo. Oh, Hoover. Y'all got that. We don't care about that. But can you come on Hoover Street? It's a set day coming up, 11 Deuce Day. Can y'all pop up? Not just in LA, anywhere. That's not a good feeling. For my little homies out there in Fort Worth, that's not a good feeling to not be recognized for they outstanding obligation to this.
4 o'clock.
I think Percy's particular issue
I
was
ain't finished with his issue. And then on top of that, I see everybody keep trying to say a meeting, a sit down with me and him. Bro, I need to know why this man let this send his mother dick pics.
What are you talking about?
Charleston White sent his mother dick pics.
Not.
How do Charleston White even got? First of all, how old is Percy's mom? First and foremost, how old is Percy's mom? Cause that man got to be like 60-some years old. Percy is he in his 50s or how old is the motherfucker? I thought he was old as hell. And second of all, how the hell did Charleston White get OG Percy's? I'm not calling these motherfuckers OG. Let me stop. Hold on. I gotta get that out I gotta take that out my brain. I gotta take it out your brain. Slow down. Thinking about your words. Choose your words wisely before you speak. I am not calling this man OG Percy. Okay. How did Charleston White even get Percy's mom's phone number?
Not Charleston.
Charleston didn't do it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with the
From my understanding,
Charleston OG
from my understanding, from what I heard, Charleston White sent this man mama dick pics.
Who told you this?
I will not reveal my sources.
Yeah, well then, how are we talking about it? Who told you?
It doesn't matter who told me.
Did Kunta tell you?
Nope.
Kunta didn't tell you?
Nope. I heard it from Kunta secondly, but Kunta didn't say it.
Did Bob tell you?
Bob. No. What the
This man just said, I ain't telling you who told me, but I did hear from Kunta secondly. Like, damn, okay. You just told on Kunta, though.
No.
Who told you?
None of your business. But anyway, if that's a true fact in the matter, right? And then you went and sat next to this man in an interview.
I'm just saying,
if that's the true facts of the matter, and that
it's like you can't listen to people who don't like a person tell you
that. If that didn't happen, you have my apologies. I still don't like your ass, though. But if it did happen, that just makes you the biggest bitch in the world. Now you can go on and tell me his issue and his whatever.
Well, Percy's issue isn't even with you, because it seemed like
it's
he
with
shows
California.
you.
That's what it is. The Cali. That's who it really is. I'm a Cali. I'm here in Texas. What? You niggas better quit playing with me, bro. Y'all niggas old, washed up. Y'all don't even got no flag no more. Stop playing.
Well, this is what I'm saying. His issue wasn't with Cali.
That's exactly what his issue is. Every time he say them Cali, I was trying to bully somebody.
Yeah.
And he say Cali nigga. It remind me of this movie. Y'all probably don't remember it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It was a movie with Mac 10 and Fat Joe on it, right? And when they pulled up, I remember they was pulling up to buy some work, and they pulled up and they ain't had no money. And the niggas like, "Hey, Gator, these Cali niggas ain't got no money." Every time I hear him say that, it just put me in the mood of that movie. I forget what the name of that movie was.
That ain't gonna let no nigga bully you. You niggas weird. Stop playing with me.
It seemed like to a lot of people that you were bullying Kunta, or at least that's what it looked like.
Thicker than water. That's the name of
that's
it.
Definitely what I was. That's definitely not what I was doing. That's definitely not what I was doing.
So you weren't trying to make it look like a big you, little him?
Not at all. How could you do that? That's a grown-ass man.
Well, according to Kunta, this is a good.
All right, Kunta, let's see. What else they got on here? Was that it? Hoover, Gumby on beef with L.A. Ronnie. Let's go to that. We all over it. Let's go.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.
Speaking of Fort Worth.
That's not. Like, that situation out there has caused so much confusion amongst our community. And so you should see my inbox. We just went to Victoria and Jose Cuervo, Texas. That's my shit, though. Big ups to the ACGs out there on Hoover, Fados ACGs out there. We just went out there and had a whole little, I won't even say meet.
And for people that don't know, Phi Deuce is like the biggest, like it's more people outside of California claiming Phi Deuce than any other any other Hoover set. I just want to say that because a lot of people is like, well, OG, damn, I gotta stop calling people OG. Hoover Gumby is in some Phi Deuce Hoover business, and that was a conversation that the Kunta dude was having. But a lot of the Hoovers that I've been like notified about, North Carolina, all kind of different places like that. A lot of those guys, a lot of those kids is claiming a 5 deuce Hoover set.
I say coming home. You know what I'm saying? They treated them like I was at home. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They are open-minded, willing to speak about the politics. You know what I mean? They want to be right. You know what I mean? And I understand both sides. They do as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it took a little effort, you know what I'm saying, for us to make the situation happen. But it's a beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's a beginning for peace for my community. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't played the one with Kunta and LA Ron in response. I'm gonna play that next. I'm gonna run through these. I'm just let him get it all out, man. I got still about another hour or so worth of streaming for y'all, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep dropping upload content. I'm gonna keep trying to stream, and then I think I'm gonna add some like clips of the live streams and shorts in there as well, though. Like, I probably won't clip this up because we really just kind of reacting to this, but if I get something good out of it, I might clip it up. I'm gonna see.
Like I explained to them then, we don't give a fuck if y'all don't turn Hoover. We don't care. But y'all got a bunch of little dudes who really want to be Hoovers. All the way Hoovers, not halfway Hoovers. They don't want to be false claiming for 35 more years. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that.
You know, I've been to Fort Worth. I've been to Hooverland.
I heard you got banned from Fort Worth. What's that about? You let a ban you from somewhere? Is that what you did? You let a ban you from somewhere?
I mean, I'm trying to see which time.
Oh, they banned you a couple of times?
I've been banned for the last 5 years.
This is bullshit, dude.
5 years I've been banned. But you know, I've been to Hooverland, and it's serious out there. You know, they got some real ones.
I've spoken. This is the thing.
What can you have?
What's the dude's name? Cousin Little. What's the little name? The little rap name?
Cousin Little.
We don't even want the little rap name from out there with the funny hair. We ain't even gonna mention his name because it ain't even that important. But I just wanted to make sure that he knew that I heard his little video, and I'm not bothered by it because you misled, little bro. That's all. You just misled. You're not mad at me.
Well, I think a lot of people, including myself, right, were mad at the conversation between you and Kunta.
Me and who?
You and Kunta.
Me and
I watched. Damn, the battery then went dead. Hold on, let me change the battery, y'all. How long we been streaming? That mug went dead quick. Hold on, I got this. All right, hold on. What the hell do I do? There we go. All right, so like I said, I gotta buy a dedicated battery, go in the bottom of it or whatever. I'm gonna order that off Amazon tonight, but let's keep going.
who?
OG Kunta.
OG Kunta.
Probably would. I personally, I'm gonna be all the way real. I didn't like how that transpired. I feel like if I was there, I would have.
Oh, we've been
told
streaming
Kunta
for over an
not to
hour.
come.
Okay, they told me
Because-
it lasts about
Well,
an
I
hour.
don't think. Wait, this is what I keep trying to get everybody to explain. Me and Kunta, we never had. A situation, bro.
Must be my
We
son.
never disagreed. When we were just talking, we were just talking. The conversation came in when he defended L.A. Ron. That's where the hostility came in. That's treason to me. That's treason. That's treason.
Why do you feel like him defending L.A. Ron is treason?
Because L.A. Ron is from East Coast, bro. He can't speak on Hoover business whatsoever. Period. Period.
I think we kind of already touched on that. I don't think there's no need for me to kind of like break that situation down, but you know, just to kind of say something, speak on that again, and give it a little stop. OG Gumby, Hoover Gumby. God, I gotta take I can't get this OG shit out my mouth. Hoover Gumby is correct. L.A. Ron, I don't know the context of what L.A. Ron told Kunta. They shouldn't have had to. He should have. If he got into the business, then Gumby is correct. He shouldn't have spoke on it.
Okay, you know, I'm from Texas, right? I know a lot about the gang culture, but in Texas, we don't have many East Coast Crips.
I understand that.
So why can't, because
No
let me
OG,
just tell
no
you, LA
OG.
Ron is a legend in the funk. You know, when I was doing Murder Worth and we were interviewing everybody, including the legendary rapper Twisted Black, like they would mention LA Ron as a plug. Like he coming from Cali with the whoop whoop, you know, getting down in Fort Worth.
I told y'all that's how a lot of this shit got spread, is because people was going in certain cities where you could sell the shit for twice the amount that it was worth in LA and California. And you know, people was using the mail to send certain shit out here, but you had some guys that came out here and got on the ground and was hustling out here, man. And you know, one thing led to another. Now you got a bunch of Bloods and Crips and Pyrus in all these different cities. Now I ain't saying that's what happened in every city, but that is one of the ways that the shit spread. Some of the shit spread because people just like seen some shit or heard about something and they want to start claiming some shit. But if you even look at the Gear Gang Crips in Toledo, there's a whole story behind that of where some Gear Gang, I want to say they was brothers, went out to Toledo and started that, you know what I mean, out there, you know what I mean, and they're actually connected back with the Gear Gangs out in Cali. Or like what was the name of the Reggie Wright Jr. caught a case with them, Peter Roll Mafia, down in Tennessee. They was actually connected with the Grape Streets out in Watts, you know what I mean. So there are some instances where that type of stuff happened too, and then you just got some people who just, hey, this is what we claiming now, we gonna just start claiming some shit, you know. Blame those, but at the same time, you gotta blame shit like Colors and fucking South Central and what was the other shit called? Banging on Wax and all this other stuff too, that and the music that also influence people that want to copycat and imitate certain lifestyles as well too. I mean that exists as well though.
And every time specifically the Hoovers,
Gumby
when they
Pookie,
would speak on
Pokey,
like
one of my
their LA
favorite joints.
influence, his name would come up.
Poke. Yeah.
So
my people from Gear.
But
okay,
you're saying that's treason. So explain to me.
Like, I do know a lot about gang culture and stuff like that, but I just choose not to talk about some shit because it ain't my place to really speak on a lot of different shit, man. And you know, like I said, if I'm not from somewhere or from a neighborhood or, you know, I just don't feel comfortable talking about a lot of shit. I would rather interview somebody and sit down with them and let them tell a story that ain't gonna get no shit started, that ain't gonna get nobody no case. But if they want to tell a little bit of history or a conversation about certain stuff, man, I would rather do that than me get on here and try to talk about some shit about that I ain't got no business repeating, even if I do know the information.
Like, what's the big deal with like the East Coast Crips and the Hoovers?
Historically, you know what I'm saying, my community and, you know what I'm saying, that community has been at odds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, supposedly they've accused us of killing Raymond Washington, you know what I'm saying? So it's been like a on again, off again feud with us and their community. I'm saying there's a lot of good, solid dudes from over there that I know personally, you know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect to them, but at the same time, they from a different gang. They don't have the same community interests that I have. Right? So for Kunta, and I understand, let me back up a little bit. I understand that he had a tremendous influence in Fort Worth. I'm not trying to take that from him. I don't think I disrespected him by telling him to mind his business. I don't think I did. They said that I talked down on him. I didn't call him.
You kind of went off.
Hoes. My tongue was very bright.
You kind of went off in that interview, Kunta. We're gonna play a little bit of this, just a little bit.
You did mention his shadow boxing or whatever. I thought that was.
I did. It was a little jab. But man, he got tough skin.
Right.
But at the same time, the whole reason why I was so passionate about, you know what I'm saying, LA Ron being in our business is because we have an inner conflict in our community that we're trying to straighten out. And come to find out, the community that we have this conflict with, they grew from the East Coast. East Coast basically showed y'all how to be Hoovers. I got an issue with that. This is why they're so rebellious. This is why they have the attitude that they have. This is why they still claiming Crip, 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 when ain't no other Hoover even doing that.
So let me get this straight. The Fort Worth, Texas guys learned how to become Crips. The Fort Worth, Texas Hoover guys learned how to be Hoovers from L.A. Ron. That's what this shit is crazy. Just throw the whole shit away. Like, everybody stop claiming gangs. Like, let it go. This shit sound goofy. We got 50-year-old niggas trying to defend this shit. Like, this shit is crazy as hell.
Five Deuces in California. They're Crips, but that's symbolically, bro. They got the same enemies as every Hoover got. They put they Crippin' in front of they H, and that's definitely out. That's definitely out. And that's coming from influence from people like L.A. Ron, who came to the city and they know him better than they know us, but you claiming our shit. So he don't give a f if you got it right or wrong. He don't care if y'all looking like clowns to the rest of the world, claiming my gang. He don't care. Why would he? See this?
Is niggas getting paid for this? Like, I'm pretty sure they're getting paid for these interviews, but is niggas getting paid for all of this, like, shit they defending? And like, man, fuck all that, man. Like, I be thinking about some whole other shit. Like, how I'm gonna get this money together? I want to buy some property, man. I want to stop having to depend on, you know, a paycheck coming every 2 weeks. I want to be able to commit as much time to creating content and all of and traveling, and I want to get out and really do some real media work. I want to do some real media work. Like, I really want to be on the ground. Like, right now, if I had money, I would have been in Chicago on the ground as, you know, ICE, as the people was protesting the ICE stuff and all of that shit that's going on. Or like right now, like if I, like, you know, just something going on in the world, like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up and I'm gonna go to New York so I can, you know, get on the ground, and while everybody is waiting for the Diddy verdict to happen, or while Diddy was on trial. Big U on trial, I'm outside the courthouse reporting, asking people questions and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the shit I want to do is enjoy the rest of this last quarter, because we got 4 quarters. I feel like we got 4. I judge my life for 4 quarters. First quarter, second quarter, halftime. You feel what I'm saying? You know, halftime is like 35-40, because most of us is going to die between 65, 70. You'd be lucky 75, 80, right? I'm 46 years old. This is basically the last quarter of my life. I'm kind of teetering between that third and fourth quarter. I want to live that time of my life doing what the fuck I want to do. And I like making content. I want to buy me some damn houses, rent them motherfuckers out, flip them, sell them, whatever I'm going to do, run my little contracting business. I got people that work on houses right now that can do anything you want done in a house. I got them. Call me. What you need done. And in the meantime, I'm going to be out on the road, on a plane, filming and creating content, doing whatever the fuck it is that I want. I could care less what somebody's gang, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, as far as what somebody else doing in their neighborhood and their gang. Now, for the purposes of content, hey, listen, we're going to cover it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to react to it. We're just going to give our own commentary to it. But it's just a lot more to life than just, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get that bread. Like, I want my content to, like, actually expand and go to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? But from my perspective, from, you know, a nigga perspective, from an ex-street nigga, a hustler nigga that was out in the street selling dope and everything else that I was doing, right? I want to get that shit in my perspective. No different than like Cam and Mace is giving sports in a hood nigga's perspective. I want to do the news like that, man. And fuck all this shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
game is about power. I hear he's a very powerful man. From my understanding, he's a powerful.
Yeah, dude was given a second chance on life. He had to murk dude like that was trying to, you know, Y'all know Gumby's story. I ain't gonna go too crazy on Gumby like that because I don't necessarily not dislike Gumby. Would I be doing or having some of the conversations that Gumby is having, maybe in a different language? I may would be saying something different, like, "Hey, we need to straighten this out, but we also need to be pushing a different narrative for these young niggas because we didn't already seen too many of our homies die. Let's try to push for something different, So I may be having a different narrative, but I ain't gonna disrespect the man. I ain't got no issue with Gumby.
God, in prison. I'm saying that shit don't mean nothing to me. Still mind your business, bro.
I think he actually started the East Coast in Las Vegas.
I don't care. That's not my business. It's not my business. I don't care about nothing that's not going on outside of my community if it's not a threat to me.
What did he say?
Like, he wasn't really speaking on Hoover business.
We do.
People feel like he wasn't really speaking on.
I don't care about nothing. See, this game is about power. He don't care if y'all looking like clowns to the rest of the world, claiming my gang. Right. Powerful man. From my understanding, he's a powerful guy, in prison. I'm saying that shit don't mean nothing to me. Still mind your business, bro.
I think he actually started the East Coast in Las Vegas.
I don't care. That's not my business. It's not my business.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Tune, you got to kind of, I get it, but that don't mean nothing to somebody who feel like you still talking about the opposite, still talking about the enemy. Like, I think I really, and this ain't no shot at Tune or nothing either, but I really think that I could do a better job at interviewing some of these guys about some of these conversations than I think I would ask the questions people want to know without asking shit that don't really got nothing to do with nothing. Like him starting the East Coast Crips out in Las Vegas don't got nothing to do with him interjecting himself in that conversation. I would have delved deeper into why. Like, okay, why is that the issue? And then what would you who do you think that they should have went and reached out and talked to? Shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not per se by name, but what do you think they should have did? How do you go? Like, if you from a different neighborhood, if you from a neighborhood in Fort Worth and you trying to get a contact with somebody in, how do you go about contacting somebody from the neighborhood that we claiming? You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers want to know other questions. Because when you hear it from face value, like, well, damn. So am I supposed to just like catch a flight to Cali and we just all gonna pull up? Which niggas done did that. I know some rolling 20s that went to Long Beach like that, and just pulled up in the hood and say, hey, we the homies from, and they lined a lot of them up and put them on too. We the homies from Fire Deuce from Texas. We just kind of want to introduce ourselves to y'all. You don't know what the fuck going on in these neighborhoods. You feel what I'm saying? And what you gonna do? GPS your way to? You gonna GPS your way to their neighborhood? Well, look, we gonna just GPS our way to the Fire Deuce neighborhood. You know that one little store that there be at with the barber shop. We gonna GPS our way up there. I don't know, man. This shit is like ignorant, man, and immature. I'm trying to cover it without going too hard.
I don't care about nothing that's not going on outside of my community. If it's not a threat to me, I don't care about it. And I feel everybody should just mind their business like we do.
People feel like he wasn't really speaking on Hoover business, but he was speaking on Fort Worth politics.
No,
people at LAX.
Yes, he was. He took everybody down the lane about the first time he talked that he found out that we dropped the C. You know what I mean? He even spoke on the swooping, moving, grooving situation. And then he also issued a bullshit. Oh, yeah, well, if you go up against the Crips, you ain't going to win. We been here. Like, bro, like, no, we're not gonna minimize what he said. We're not going to minimize it. Understand something? Like,
the Crips don't even get along with the damn Crips. like I said, the whole conversation is stupid. The Crips don't even get along with the goddamn Crips. Like, and that ain't even just in L.A. Like, it's Crips beefing with Crips all over the fucking country. Shit. The hell?
I take this very seriously, bro. Like I said before, I take this as like he's in our business because he's an undue influence on that side, on the Fort Worth homies. They protecting this nigga. Oh, I can't say nothing about Percy. Listen to me, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, y'all better stop playing with me, bro.
Gumby, you can't talk about knocking people out when you just said you ain't fighting nobody and somebody gonna get bodied. You can't talk about knocking people out. You stop saying that. That's the second time I done heard you say it. This is the first time I'm saying something about it. You can't talk both ways. You can't say in one breath you ain't fighting. Somebody put their hands on you, they gonna die. You gonna take somebody out, and then in the next breath you talking about fighting. Come on now, like either you fighting or killing.
Like, y'all too accessible to be playing with me. I understand this internet.
Mean look said, I don't care about the country Hoovers or the city Hoovers. They too grown to be acting like clowns and weirdos. I agree, man. I agree with that. Like, I mean, shit. I think it's good for us to have a conversation because I think more people need to think how we thinking though. I think it's good to react to videos like this because I mean, even people that's from that life need to be thinking the same way. Like, at what point do we stop looking at this type of shit? And I ain't saying watching. I'm saying at what point do we stop talking about or arguing over shit that don't mean nothing to nobody? Like, it don't mean no good to nobody. What good? And for those of us that have been involved in the streets and gangs, what good has ever came out of anybody joining a goddamn gang? For one, the bigger the gang is, the more motherfuckers that you don't like that's in the same gang as you. Man, you know how many gangs have like little cliques within the gang and we really don't fuck with them niggas like from over there, even though we the same shit, even though we got the same enemies outside of this neighborhood, we don't even get along with them. Man, you know how many of the older homies was robbing niggas my age when we was little, like, you know, we stashing the straps because we got beef, but the police is coming through so crazy. So we kind of stashing the straps. The homies that was smoker homies going and finding the straps and stealing them. You feel what I'm saying? Like plotting to rob some of the little homies that might be getting money because they broke and smoked out and shit like that. This gang shit ain't never did nothing for nobody. Niggas that went to jail. People ain't writing them. People ain't sending them no goddamn money. Ain't nobody going to check on nobody's mama. Ain't nobody going to check on nobody's kids. Niggas die. After the funeral is over, y'all get drunk and high, get a couple t-shirts, and then y'all release a goddamn balloon or something every now and then. And then how long do that shit last? Like, come on, man. You be gone and forgotten. Give it a couple years. I mean, you might have a close couple individuals who might still think about you every now and then or whatever, but for the most part, them niggas ain't thinking about y'all no more. Like, they putting it on the dead homies, on this homie, on that homie. But at the end of the day, it's just you giving me some type of, what do they call that? Shit, I forget the word. But basically, you just using my name just to say some shit, though. I mean, really, you know what I mean? Them niggas don't give a fuck about y'all like that, man. Come on, man. Dead and gone.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I came out here on some whole I did. And I had to sit back and think, that man mama ain't did nothing to me. I wouldn't be no better than that fool Charleston White to go.
Like at one point in time in my life, right? So I was really heavy into hustling. My brother-in-law had it. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, when I say he had it, he was having it. This is some Cali type plug type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Some like do-rock crip type motherfuckers, right? My brother-in-law was having it though, right? Now he older than me, so at the time I'm young as fuck though. You feel what I'm saying? But I come home and I was already getting money before I got locked up. I got locked up on like a probation violation. I got caught with a couple stones. At the time, I really wasn't like a big time. I wasn't doing nothing crazy. I mean, I was getting like a couple ounces here and there. You know what I mean? I was a crack boy. Couple ounces here and there. Every now and then I work my way up to like a 4.5, a little 80 or some shit like that. But I really wasn't like doing nothing crazy, right? I come home from the joint. I'm about 23, 24, something like that. I come home from the joint. So this is over like 20 some years ago. I come home from the joint. Brother-in-law on bricks. He got like bricks. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, of course, when motherfuckers think I'm on or whatever, My own homies turned on me. Not only was they expecting me to just give them whatever I could get them or whatever, because they know, if I'm fucking with brother-in-law, they figure that I'm on or doing my thing or whatever. But at the same time, the motherfuckers was lightweight plotting and hating on me. A couple of them caught cases and gave the police information on me type shit. Like, oh, you know what I mean? And then tried to tell me, like, the police asked them, how did I come home all of a sudden and the motherfuckers, did I come up? You know what I mean? This is the same niggas that I'm, like, in the trenches with, like, beefing with motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, shit crazy, man. I remember the one time my homeboys that I was fucking with. I mean, this is just real. This is a real story. I mean, no cap. We got into like a little a bar fight, right? And some shooting took place afterwards, man. A dude from Eastside Compton, Piru, ended up getting shot. This is real Cali nigga. I ain't talking about no motherfuckers from like Ohio. I'm talking about this is a real Cali nigga. Nigga from Eastside Compton, Piru gets shot, right? Now, I follow my homeboys home, and this during a fight. This before the motherfucker get shot or whatever. And me and the nigga that got shot is cool. Like, we cool now too. We was locked up. We ended up getting locked up together and everything, right? But anyway, a big fight happened. One of my homeboys got slammed hard as hell during the fight because the whole bar like turned on us type shit. It was probably like 5 of us in there, and it was probably like 10 of them for sure in there, right? So anyway, we roll out. I follow them back to the crib, to my homeboy's crib. I already know what he going to do. He went in the house and got his strap. So he about to go back, double back up on the same spot we was just fighting at and light it up. He ride by the motherfucker. Whoever it was starts shooting. At the time, I had like a 78 Malibu. I had some like 100 spoke knockoffs on that bitch. White walls. Like, it was nice. Beats, everything. So I'm riding by slumping. Why this going on? We like knocking, right? Man, roll by that motherfucker. I'm thinking we about to pull up and hop out, and the car, I'm behind the car. Man, next thing I know, pow, 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 pow. Motherfucker skirt out, right? Couple people got hit. But a nigga that I grew up with that was from the same neighborhood was us. He just happened to be out there. He got hit. And then the dude I'm telling y'all about, he got hit too. Now, he had an older brother. Now, they weren't from the same hood, but they was both Pirus. I think old boy was from Treetop Piru, I want to say. He dead now. He got killed in a car accident. So, the niggas I'm cool with that did the shit, right? Everybody knew who did it. You know what I mean? Because we associated with the motherfuckers we was in there fighting. Like I said, it was a fight inside the bar. And I'm going to finish, like, reacting to this real quick. But, so, like, it was a fight inside the bar. So, I'm like, damn. I start getting phone calls and shit. They like, yeah, somebody got shot last night. They like 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn, all them motherfuckers. Yeah, they said they were shooting out your car. Like, you was the one shooting. So, I'm automatically annoyed because of the police. I'm on probation at the time. So I'm like, damn, this shit gonna get back to the probation office. Too many people know, like, I supposed to have something to do with this shit, right? They ain't saying nothing about my homeboy because they really didn't know him. They just knew me. These niggas knew me. They knew me because we on one side of town, but I actually grew up on the other side of town where them niggas is from too. So most of the people know who I am more than they knew the other motherfuckers, right? Man, don't you know, like, the niggas who, like, had something to do with it? Because it come out who they was. Like, people start putting 2 and 2 together who it was. So, of course, at this point, it's on and popping. Niggas is looking for niggas. It's up. The beef is on. Now, I'm a hustler at the time. I'm still hustling. So, I'm still, like, going to hit my fades or whatever. You know what I mean? So, I'm bumping into niggas here and there, like, seeing niggas. You know what I mean? They hit me up. I'm hitting them up, but then I like, you know what I mean? Like at the time, my girl, this the only car, so my girl ride with me, you know what I mean? My daughter, and it was just like a fucked up time. This is at the time when I really like was starting to like see that being involved in this gang shit was gonna affect more than just me, and I'm kind of like, damn, I'm gonna fuck around, do some time, whoop de whoop, whatever. Like it's just a lot of shit weighing on me at the time. But anyway, these niggas left town because it was so hot. They leave town and left me like by my motherfucking self. Like most of the motherfuckers, the people that I was there that was involved in the like actual blam blam, they left. One went to one place, one went to another place. They, you know, got out of sight, out the way, out of sight, out of mind type shit, like laying low. I'm still out here moving around in the city, doing my 1-2. And I realized, man, like at the end of the day, motherfuckers' loyalty is conditional. And everybody ain't gonna be there at all times. Some motherfuckers gonna do certain shit when it's convenient for them, and then when the shit get hot, they're gonna be selfish and get the fuck out the way. And that's why I feel the way that I feel about this gang banging shit. Like this shit ain't for everybody. This shit ain't no loyalty in gang banging. You know what I mean? You might have a few niggas who you cool with that shit may last a lifetime. You might have 1 or 2, 3 homies like that. But everybody in that same gang that you claiming ain't gonna always be down for that shit the way certain motherfuckers be down with it. I'm a Cancer. I'm loyal by default. I don't know how to be disloyal. So if I be a part of something, I'm all the way in. It's all or nothing for me. So, you know what I mean? After that, you know, certain shit transpired and shit. It was still a few years and shit. I think like that after the last time I came home for the joint, I just said, you know what? I'm a dedicate, because that was before I went to the joint. So once I came home from the joint, so I was probably like 20 when that happened. So when I came home from prison when I was 23, man, I made my mind up that I was going to strictly get money. And that's what the fuck I did, man. And if you was going to hang around me, we wasn't going to be on no gang shit or none of that shit. We going to strictly get money. And that's what I did up until the time that I quit hustling, man. I got money. You know, all my cases, you know, every time that I've been to the joint, then been for selling dope, getting caught with dope. You know what I mean? Anytime I've been under the microscope of the authorities, the feds and shit like that, it's all been about selling dope. I don't know nothing about nothing else that motherfuckers be talking about. That's why when I be sitting back listening to people talk about this snitch shit and, you know, this fed shit, and they be trying to act like they know about the federal laws and shit, I be laughing at them, because a lot of you motherfuckers ain't never really got no real money in the streets. You might have got real money in the industry. You might have got real money in real estate and shit like that. But when it come to this street shit, though, a lot of these people online don't know what the fuck they talking about. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, man, that gang shit ain't shit, man. That gang shit ain't shit. So at this age, he's still talking about it. I really can't. Maybe it's because we two different people, right? In two different circumstances, and we done been through damn, the camera keep cutting off. We done been through 2 different walks of life at some point in time in our lives, man. But I don't get it. I don't understand it. Somebody said the chat stop movie we listening. The moral of the story is you learned these niggas ain't learned nothing, right? Yeah, I'll be damned if I put my life on the line for a gang at my age, but I don't think nobody should do it at all. And like I was like, and some of my gang shit was kind of forced though, because like where I stayed at the time. Think about it. I'm 46 years old. I'm an old nigga. So at the time, it was people in our neighborhood who wasn't involved in gangs, but the gangs from like neighborhoods that was a couple streets over, or, you know, like maybe like a neighborhood that's kind of adjacent to us, maybe like a bridge, or like the highway kind of divided my neighborhood from the neighborhood that we was getting into it with. And a lot of those kids actually grew up on our side of the highway. You feel what I'm saying? But when their parents got older, or as they got older, they end up moving away from that side of town. You know what I mean? That side of the highway. So they would still come back over there. And when they came back, these little niggas was game banging. They was on some shit. They had their own little cliques. I remember the one clique, they was called Steady Mobbing. I wanted to be Steady Mobbing at first. They told me no. I wanted to be. That going to show you how old how long ago I'm talking about. They was called Steady Mobbing. They named their clique after the song Steady Mobbing by Ice Cube. We talking about, I ain't going to say 89. I'm going to say like 91-ish. Because, Snoop. Well, let me see. What year did Steady Mobbing the song? Ice Cube. I'm going to Google this. Ice Cube, Steady Mobbing. Steady Mobbing came out in 91. I got snitched on. I was moving kilos from LA to the South and landed in the feds for 5 years at 19. Damn, keep it 1K. You was moving them bricks. Michael said, well, snitching has to with taking your charge like a man and holding yourself accountable. Yeah. I mean, you know, I do know people that told. I had people that I was cool with at one time, that I was getting money with at one time, who ended up telling. They didn't. Some of them didn't, like, the person that come to mind didn't tell on me. Thank God. But he gave us some information on his plug. You know, it was kind of like this. They caught him, right? They caught Cuz with, like, I ain't gonna say his name because, you know, I mean, that's a different time for a different story. And I may be even able to get him to, like, talk about some of the shit, right? But when he caught his case, they raided his crib. I mean, they raided a storage unit that he had. And if I can remember correctly, it was over 10 bricks, but it was under 15. I can't remember if it was like 13 of them. I want to say he might have had got 15 that day, and he had got rid of 2 of them, so he still had 13. Anyway, they hit his storage unit, right? So when they go to his house to get him, the feds already knew, like, everything that they wanted to know. They just was arresting him, basically, and they kind of needed him to corroborate and admit and tell them certain things so they can get an affidavit to continue their investigation into taking down the entire organization, right? And at some point, they told him, we know this. We know when the guy's been bringing it. We know that he goes to Arizona from L.A. We know that he comes from L.A. straight to Ohio. We know that the courier is towing the car full of shit, or however he was getting it there, from Arizona to Ohio. We know that he flies into Pittsburgh and then drives to the Cleveland, Canton, and Akron area. We know that you've been getting with him. We know that this, we know that. I mean, they ran down everything that they knew about the dude, right? And basically, they like, listen, you got caught with this much dope. You already have, I think he already had like a couple of prison numbers, so that put his points up. And they said, right now, you're looking at like 30-some years. Either you can go ahead and go down and do this 30-some years, or you can help you and your family out and cooperate. He chose to cooperate. He still ended up doing like 9 years or something on the sentence or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people be telling, people be snitching, man. Like I said, I've never cooperated. I ain't never took the stand. I ain't never gave no statements. Like I said, all my cases, dope cases, I ain't never told them motherfucker shit. I did every, you know what I mean? And I ain't never been, first and foremost, let me just be all the way honest and up front. I ain't never been looking at no whole bunch of motherfucking time anyway, because I ain't never got caught with a whole bunch of dope like that. You know what I mean? Like, I had all kind of humbug charges and shit. But, you know, some people say fuck it. They're going and tell, man. But I ain't never been in that situation. Somebody said that'll be brand new. get down, black out his face if he wants to have and tell his story and talk about views. Yeah. Now I'm salty with the types that throw you under the bus because they got caught with a gram. Yeah, that should be crazy too. And I'm gonna say this about the telling shit too though. So I went back and I went back and looked up that case because when it first came out, the newspaper put a digital link on the website, and you could click on the damn link and read the entire affidavit. This is when they end up getting a big dude. So this is when it came out about his cooperation. His cooperation was in the affidavit when they first cracked him and got arrested. It was a big case. Let me see something, man. Out here in Ohio. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can, because it used to be like a news clip. Let me see. What year was that? Was that 2000? I'm gonna put the year in. I'm gonna say. Damn, I wish I could find it because I mean it's old, but that ain't it. I'm gonna see if I can find this shit. I really want to show y'all like. Dang, they got my homeboy Chris's video on here when he got killed. That's crazy. Let me put 2000. It was like the biggest drug bust that ever happened, though. Hold on. Let me do something else. I want to show y'all this shit. Let me say 2005. Feds report large cocaine. $1 million, 18-month investigation, 140 pounds of cocaine. I think this is it, but damn, it don't give me no link. Yep, the suspects are from Canton in California and Arizona. Hold on, let me show y'all this. So this is the case I'm talking about. Feds report large cocaine bust in Canton area. Authorities say they've broken up Los Angeles to Canton drug ring, resulting in a seizure of 140 pounds of cocaine and arrest of 8 suspects. They found more than $1 million in drug proceeds were seized, along with handguns, shotguns, assault rifles. He says the cocaine street value was $3 million. The investigation lasted 18 months. The suspects are from Canton, California, and Arizona. This is what I'm talking about right here. I can't find it because it was a video on it though. Damn. Oh, Source 4 claimed that. Oh, I remember this case too. This is some people I know in this case right here. Source 4. Let me see. Is this it? No, it wasn't in July. Damn, I wonder why I can't find this though, man. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me do one. I just want to try one thing real quick. I was looking for it on Facebook. I mean, not on Facebook. What year? What did I say that was? March. 2006. It still ain't popping up. 15 years ago. Hold on. No, that's Cleveland. Damn, y'all. I can't find it. Shit, that would have been good if I. Who outside calling somebody? How many years ago would that have been? All these goddamn drug busts. Yeah, my fault, man. I didn't got y'all done got me off track now with this shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to find it. I know it's a video on it, man. I wish I could have found it, but anyway, long story short though, man, some crazy shit. I got a lot of stuff that I can talk to y'all about, like shit that I didn't experience and stuff, especially out here, but I ain't gonna give it all at once. We'll stretch it out during content, man. Damn, is it too late for me to go back? Let me see. Damn, it's kind of too late for me to go back into what we was talking about, ain't it? It's kind of too late for me to go back. Yeah, it's kind of too late for me to go back to the real tune shit, man. Let me see where the chat at. Let me see. Back then, people got hit. Hold on, what you say? Back then, people got hit with conspiracy versus Ricos. Yep. Okay, I'm a little younger. Nokia brick phones for me. Yeah, we had phones and pagers and shit back then. Burner phones, prepaid phones and shit like that. Like niggas was changing phones like definitely had the Nextel chirps joints. But that was so listen. I'm going to tell this part of the story. So during that time, it was a motherfucker that owned a rim shop, right? The nigga owned a rim shop. And he was lightweight hustling for this same connection. Like the same shit that I'm talking about. No different than what I'm talking about right now. The same shit, man. And he had these like Nextel phones. And he claimed that he had a plug through Nextel. Damn. He claimed he had a plug through Nextel, right, for the chirps or whatever. And the motherfucker really like was selling them. He was selling the Nextel chirps for like $100 a phone. Come to find out, though, all of these phones was tapped by the feds, man. Every phone that he was giving somebody was tapped. Each and every one of them. Now, it was dudes like me. I was thirsty. I was going to the like rim shop. Cause at the time, like Nextels was popping. Like you had the little like the Dipset mixtapes out. And if y'all remember like the Dipset, the Diplomat camera on them, they mixtapes, they would be using the chirps in between each phone call. Like, I mean, not in between each phone call, in between each song as like an interlude and shit, like as an intro to the next song. I'm like, I mean, the chirps they just was popular. And I was trying to get one. And by the time I got up there, like, him selling the phones was over with and shit. But the whole time I didn't get one, the motherfucker's working for them people. His rim shot was across the, and this is crazy, the shit was hot anyway. But I never like fuck with dude. I never did no business with him or nothing. You know what I mean? I know a couple niggas that was trying to rob him and shit, but they probably would have got in trouble for robbing a federal agent that they robbed him. That's how much information he was giving them. But damn, he did tell some bitches down that I tried. Anyway, that's a whole nother story too. But the whole time though, the post office is right across the street from his rim shop. The feds was set up inside the rim shop, watching. They over at the damn post office taking pictures of everybody coming in and out the goddamn rim shop. So when my dude got knocked, this is before I found out like his cooperation and shit. When my dude got knocked, at one point or another, I talked to him on the phone. I talked to him and another one of my dudes, or was it after he got out? It was after I can't remember if it was after he got out or before he got, because I want to know what the fuck they knew, right? Anyway, at one point when I talked to him, and I can't remember if it was when he first got knocked and he was in a holding facility, or was it after he got out, but he told me like, man, listen, I don't know where you was at. He said, but you must have just got your hair cut because you had like a fresh lineup and everything. He said, man, these pictures that they had of people was, and this is back in the day, this is before technology is the way that it is now. He said, man, these pictures that they had of everybody was so like up close, like clear. Like he said, I ain't never seen no pictures this motherfucking clear in my life. He told me when they got him downtown, it was like, you know how they had the old like shit back in the day where they take you downtown and it's like the mafia shit where they got one motherfucker like picture up on the damn screen and everybody is, you know what I mean? They got it like who is who and what's what. Man, he said that's how they had everybody's pictures on the damn board when he got downtown. Let me finish this video up though.
I'm not out here talking, bro. I'm not out here just talking. Period. That goes for any nigga, from Texas to Louisiana to LA to anybody. Put your hands on me if you want to. I'm already going to hell, bro. If I kill up some shit, ain't nothing else gonna happen. Like, they playing with the wrong people about the wrong thing, Tone.
All right, let's go to, let me see, I got time, don't I? Yeah, let's go to Kunta's video real quick. Let me see. OG Kunta and LA Ron go off on, yeah.
Gotta stay on my grind and get my money right. Gotta make sure me and my brothers hustle through the night. Me and my niggas, we gon' swing, we gon' blow that pipe. Hop out on your block with thunder clapping when we make it strike. Hop on feet, hop out.
I don't know if whoever rapping is from Fort Worth, but I believe that Fort Worth, Texas and Dallas got some of the best underground music out right now. All right.
Your block with thunder clapping when we make it strike. Hop on feet, hop out, give them smoke, gon' be a can of.
Yo, Kunta cuz, welcome back to the platform.
Welcome back, man. Thank you, bro, for welcoming me back. You know, it's
How old is this video, y'all? Oh, this is 1 day ago. And it's they put that in there. And this is 1 day ago. This shit going crazy.
great to be back on Unique Perspective, man. You know, Folk Murder Worth, our platform, you know, the platform where, you know, the voice, you know what I'm saying, of the truth is going to always be the prevalence. You know, the narrative is to control the narrative, you know what I'm saying, on Unique Perspective. You know, you got my boy LA Ron here, you know, I'm on some scene. I'm on the scene, you know, finna make some clarity because everybody, you know, I know all the internet done seen this whole scenario, you know, that happened in Vegas with me, you know, with 607 Unks.
This nigga got on a bandana puffer vest. Y'all can't even see it. Hold on. Hold on, let me move myself out the way. This nigga got on a bandana puffer vest. I'm gonna go up here for this video.
Supreme and this brother Gumby, you know. So what I'm gonna, you know, speak of right at this moment is kind of like to give people a capsule view of what happened, because I know everybody had their input of what they thought they seen. You know, even people saying that I flinched, people saying that the Gumby had a knife. You know, it's been a lot of misconceptions about what happened. So I'm just here to basically give people the true rundown, because nobody can tell the story better than me as far as what happened. So I'm here to basically let people know what really happened between me and Gumby when I got to Vegas by myself. You know, yeah, of course I was
Clown
with Bishop Eli. You know, shout out to Bishop Eli. I was with Bishop Eli, but I literally came by myself, you know, because I don't mind, you know, walking into the Lions Den, you know, solo dolo. You know, everybody from the city of Fort Worth already know that I done been in the Lions Den.
Let's get to it.
The flight was nice, you know what I'm saying? A little spirit, you know, kind of like, you know, giving me some advice as far as not to, you know what I'm saying, touch Vegas. And, you know, of course, he knows me because he, you know, I used to, you know, tutor under this brother as far as boxing.
All right.
And this brother know that I'm kind of like, I'm really like a hothead, but I'm a hothead that has learned humility, you know. I know when to turn the heat on and I know when to turn the heat down, you know. So he was just, you know, kind of like, you know, giving me some advice as far as not to, you know, trip out on 607 Unc. Weird ass, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, 607 Unc, you know, he's unconventional, you know. He has an unconventional way of conveying the truth, you know. But it's to be respected, you know. That's why I deal with him. But anyway, jumped on the plane, you know, landed there safely, you know, got there, you know, got our ride, got to the, you know, our hotel. I went to the Strat Hotel, the Stratosphere Hotel. It's a casino hotel that's in Vegas. I, you know, booked a room there. You know, me and Bishop Eli booked rooms there, and that's where we were. We was chilling at the Strats, which was a very nice hotel. I mean, I got to, you know, moving around and seeing what was going on with the locals, man. It was live, you know. Vegas is always lit, you know. It's a city that never sleeps, you know what I'm saying? So when I got there, I immediately experienced that, you know what I'm saying? That damn, this city crunk, you know what I'm saying? It's ass, it's titties, it's, you know what I'm saying, moving and grooving everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I'm loving what I'm seeing, you know. But so we finally got the 607 Unk House, you know, after, you know, we got our bags, you know.
All right, hold on, man.
You know, that fool.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just seen a post. Somebody I know died.
Pretty good content. It was a spiritual warfare content. You know, they was addressing me, you know. He came out like a stick of dynamite that was lit, and it finally exploded because the Roman noodles. Whether the say top, the say Raymond, you hear me? Whatever the say. It wasn't about, you know, building a bridge. You know, it was not about bridging gaps. It was not about the exchange of information. It was about, you know, we're better than you. Our brand is better than your brand. And
okay, so let me get this straight. Before I'm beyond all that bullshit he was talking. So you mean to tell me that Kunta is basically trying to get some type of validity or validation from the people whose gang that he claims from California. So that was his whole purpose, sitting down with, like, I couldn't even imagine being like so pressed to get validation from somebody that's from a neighborhood, from another city that I claim, that I'm on the internet making myself look like a grown ass clown, man. This dude right here, I see y'all said Gumby need to stop after his shoe size. This motherfucker right here, he totally lost. Like, imagine this is somebody's, I'm guessing at his age, he should have some children. This is somebody's daddy that's online looking for validation from another grown man from a whole nother city. I wouldn't give a fuck who didn't like what I was doing. I wouldn't care if they was from fucking Cali or Kalamazoo.
That's not true. You know, if you got a pack of Roman noodles, you got a pack of Roman noodles. Whether the say top, the say Raymond, you hear me? Whatever the say, they all Raymond noodles. They all noodles.
Ah, shit. What's going
so
on
for
with the camera?
To come in here and try to say that, oh, we're noodles and we're better.
Hold on, y'all.
All this is noodles, bro. And it's all the same. But we gonna go into where I was with the conversation as far as how L.A. Ron came into the picture. This dude said that L.A. Ron spoke on Crip business. L.A. Ron got the right to speak on Crip business, and 5 Deuce, Hoover, Crips are Crips. We're not criminals. We're not criminals. I'm not saying we know the law. L.A. Ron is neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't even in Hoover business. He was just dropping historical facts. We wasn't even locked in with the Hoovers yet, you know what I'm saying, from the land. So, bro, after he seen that we was under attack by this imposter, you know, this who was claiming to be, you know what I'm saying, a speaker, and he was just speaking. He wasn't a speaker. He was just speaking. And he spoke wrong. You know, he spoke out of tense. He spoke disrespectfully. He Hoover as a whole. He didn't just the Hoovers from California. He the Hoovers from Texas as well, because we all are one. When you sit down with a man is supposed to have enough season on him to control his emotions and not, you know what I'm saying, allow his, you know, better half or worse half to get in control of him. I believe, bro, he didn't use his logic. He didn't use no reason. You know, some of our brothers are wild. And he was a wild brother, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really want to ever deal with nobody wild. So that was the mistake I made, was thinking that I could sit down and civilizedly talk to somebody that's wild. But the mistake he literally made in my eyes with the conversation, because my skin is tough. I'm not bothered by you trying to discredit me, and I know I'm a Hoover Crip, and I've been this all my life. So you can't never tell me something about something that I've been all my life, and I've been 100%. So that didn't bother me. But what bothered me was when he brought up a man that stood with us when nobody else would. You know, a man that chose to make a friendship that would heal Hoover. We need allies. Hoover.
He don't get it. He don't get it, and this is the problem with people from other areas claiming somebody else's culture. Again, I don't condone. I'm not trying to prop up gang banging or none of that shit. But he just don't get. He don't get what he's trying to involve him or include himself into. If you gonna claim somebody else's shit, for one, they got their own set of rules. But if you're going to create your own rules and do it how you want to do it, then just do that. There's no need to have a conversation about shit. Either you going to stand on the way that you want to do it, or you going to conform to the way that they want you to do things and get in line. There's no in between. There's nothing to talk about. There's no understanding to get or nothing. Either you is or you ain't. And if you ain't, then just don't. But all this talking about this shit, man, that this dude Kunta is doing, and all you got this L.A. Ron character on here sitting next to you looking like he really don't even want to be there. Like, L.A. Ron don't look too happy about even being there talking about this dumbass shit. Like, have you ever seen L.A. Ron's channel? He really don't even, his content ain't like real, messy and crazy like that.
Needs allies. We definitely want to be allied to East Coast. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want that type of friendship as far as the Hoovers is concerned all over the United States. We don't want to be enemies with no Crips, you see. So he made the mistake of even speaking on a man that stood as an ally to Hoover. That's disrespectful. And then where he didn't do his homework at is he didn't do no homework on this man to see how much stroke this man got in Crip business. You hear me? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, of course it's Hoover business.
How old is this nigga?
It's going to always be Hoover business with me because I'm a Hoover. But I'm not only just a Hoover, I'm Hoover Crip. So this changes it when you call yourself a criminal. And you're not a Crip. You in Crip business when you tell Crips to stay out of Crip business and you're not a Crip. You don't have the right to do that.
Am I the only one that feel like he sound dumb as fuck? This is the problem, man. What did Nina Boy say? Nina Boy did a video. I don't know if Nina Boy did a video on this or not. Like, let me see. The only thing about Nina Boy, if Nina Boy reacted to it, I hate reacting to a reaction. Milk 74 talked about something about it, but let me see. I don't like reacting to a reaction because, yeah, this dude is talking crazy. Let's see what Nina said. I mean, I fuck with Nina Boy content, though. I mean, it is what it is. Nina Boy didn't necessarily react to that specific thing. Did he ever react to any of it? Nah. Nina Boy really ain't been involved in that. I don't see where he talked about it at. Nah, he ain't talk about that shit. I want to go back to that though. Let me see what OG LA Ron
with me because I'm a Hoover. But I'm not only just a Hoover, I'm Hoover Crip. So this changes it when you spoke disrespectfully to LA Run, bro. That was a mistake. You should have really tried to do your homework and reach out to bro.
I never trust a nigga whose mustache is this thin on a top lip though. Like, either you gonna have a mustache or you ain't, cuz like all that thin mustache shit, no hair on your chin and shit. That shit giving me like PDF file vibes. Not putting that on you. I don't want to put that on you. But I mean, if I just had to look at you and you know what I mean, just like if I judged you based off of your appearance, I might be like a little leery. Like, I don't know if I trust, you know what I mean, trust him like that. Like, you know, you got a distrustful face, motherfucker.
And when you was talking to me, I said, hey, bro, you could have told me this off the internet. You could have said this to me off the internet. And I could have called L.A. Ron, and then we could have settled the problem simply. It didn't have to turn into no big thing where now you're going to have to apologize.
See, I ain't telling you, the chat said the same thing. Zestafile.
You know, you're going to have to do that. You know you're going to have to apologize for disrespecting a decorated homie. You think people in the Army, you think...
Why would he have to apologize for what he said about L.A. Ron? L.A. Ron, a man just like Gumby is. Why the fuck would Gumby have to apologize? Like, why is Gumby apologizing to L.A.? Like, make it make sense to me. Like, he said what he wanted to say, and he stood on it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, apologize or what? Somebody tell me, apologize or what? What's if Hoover Gumby don't apologize to L.A. Ron, what's gonna happen, Kunta?
You think you can go talk crazy about a general that's to serve this country with it for his entire life? You think you get to disrespect a general that has served Crip his entire life? You would, cuz you all the way out of line for disrespecting that. This man got 50 years in, cuz.
The people who would have something to say about L.A. Ron, about Gumby, saying anything about L.A. Ron, he don't get along with him any damn way. Like, this nigga is fried, bro. Like, everybody just go home, take off the clown suit, take the damn bandana puffer vest or whatever the hell that is, and just be a regular nigga. You old now. It's over with. You washed up. You're done. The little niggas out in the streets, they know you, but they on their own type of timing. Sit down, get out the way, shut the fuck up, make content, go talk to Real Tune TV, tell some of your old stories about the shit you used to do, because what you're doing now is nothing. Like, let it go, bro.
You got to respect that, whether you like it or not, cuz. And we got enough sense in Texas to know that.
Gumby, I ain't even taking up for Gumby. I'm just saying, though, Gumby ain't got to respect shit. Sir, Gumby ain't got to respect the motherfucker. Or what? Or what? What's going to happen?
And then look,
you were sitting right next to him when he disrespected L.A. Ron, and you didn't do nothing. Now all of a sudden he got to respect it. He gonna have to. It's gonna be consequences if he don't apologize. Why you ain't make him apologize when you were sitting next to him when he said all this shit in your face? Why was there no like suggestion that we can have this conversation, but before we continue, you need to apologize to my homeboy L.A. Ron. Gumby was like, I fuck with you Hoover. We ain't got no issue, but fuck what that nigga talking about. He ain't Hoover. He can't tell me shit. He ain't got no business in our business. He ain't got no business talking about this. And Gumby said, and I can call his homies, the ones that I know, and holler at them about him allegedly up in Hoover business because he know he ain't got no place talking about that shit. That's what Gumby told him to your face. Or told you to your face about the nigga you sitting next to that you're trying to make it like it's an issue because a nigga said whatever he said about him. And you talking about he gonna apologize.
Look how the cards fell. He fell in Fort Worth. Big homie fell here. He from the he hometown here. He home here. This is home. Fort Worth is home. I know we know he from Cali. We know he got ties there. We know that's his motherland, just like it's our motherland. But cuz fell here. And look who he with me. And I honor him. I respect him, cuz. I mean, I respect all the big homies. It's not just L.A. Run. I got big homies from the land that I respect now, that I met as a result of L.A. Run. See, I'm going to be the first to admit that L.A. Run has been...
I'll keep it 1K. Yeah, they were sitting right next to each other. Definitely. Somebody said some online beef host channels, but I feel like in the long run it's going to hurt their channel. Yeah. Somebody said, what you talking about? These old ass gang members on YouTube that's arguing about this Hoover shit. One from LA saying what the hell he want to say. Another one from Texas making everybody in Texas look crazy because at the end of the day, he trying to get some damn validation for if you a Crip, just you a Crip. You know what I mean? But once you claiming somebody else's shit, man, like they're gonna have an issue with the way you doing it if you ain't doing it the way they say they should do it. That it just is what it is. I mean, that's like me driving your car. That's like, hey, 1K or Michael, can I drive your car? And you be like, yeah, you can drive my car. You know what I mean? You in the passenger seat while I'm driving, and I'm just driving your shit like it's mine. I'm hitting potholes. I'm bending corners all crazy. Like you take good care of your car. You get it washed. You vacuum clean it out. You don't smoke cigarettes in your car. I'm over here smoking blunts in the car. I got a Newport burning. I'm doing everything in my car that you don't do to it. Of course I'm gonna have something to say about it, right? And if Keep It 1K or Michael don't like the way that I'm telling them how to drive my shit, what y'all gonna do? Y'all either gonna get out the car, find another ride, or get y'all's own damn car. But y'all ain't gonna tell me, y'all ain't gonna try to sit up and tell me like I gotta accept the way that you drive my car, right? Nah, because it's mine at the end of the day.
Bridge to the homies that we didn't know from Fort Worth. He did that. He called out the homies from Cali and invited them to meet the homies from Fort Worth.
But you get what I'm saying, Michael? Like, 1K, like, how the hell I'm gonna tell a motherfucker how? Like, nah, it's Gumby's car, nigga.
And I definitely am somebody that want to know the homies from Cali. I am, and then all the homies are too. You know. So what I did was gaps were bridged because of LA, not because of Gumby. Gumby, you disrespected Hoover. You disrespected East Coast. You were wrong for that, homie.
He did.
You know you owe this man.
No. I ain't gonna let you do that, Kunta. He did not say nothing derogatory about East Coast. He ain't diss they hood. He ain't say nothing crazy or nothing like that. Gumby simply kept all his comments directed at L.A. Ron being in the business of Hoover politics. That's all he said. Second of all, he didn't disrespect Hoover either. Like, how the hell see this dude right here is a little slow. I see what's going on right now. I see it. He's slow. And he don't have great, like, you know what? Some people be slow because they don't have great comprehension skills, right? So that kind of holds them back because they can't comprehend or grasp the understanding of certain things. He didn't diss Hoover or none of that. His issue with you is how y'all doing it versus how they feel like it should be. Now, as Michael said, depending on different cities, you will see some strange shit. You will see neighborhoods in LA that don't get along. Well, people claiming those same neighborhoods in other cities, and those neighborhoods get along. But you'll also see the same thing that you see in LA, where certain neighborhoods, like we can go like Seattle, Washington, the 60s and the Hoovers up there don't get along. But at one point in time, it wasn't like that though either though. Their beef started, you know what I mean, at some point too, over some shit that happened. I think it was a party or something. Something happened. Used to be like a little story about it online. But nevertheless though, I get it. You know what I mean? Y'all don't have to necessarily carry on the beefs, but it's so much. It ain't just the beefs. It's so much other shit. Like, you got people claiming Hoover Crip gang. Like, that HCG stand for Hoover Crip gang. I've never heard of that, but this is something that they got going on down there. And I guess Hoover Crip gang beefs with Hoover Gangsta Crip. I mean, there's all kind of weird shit going on, right? So you just got too many discrepancies and too much shit going on. I don't think we seeing like the confusion of claiming that shit. And I'm just strictly talking about Hoovers we don't see as much confusion of people claiming that shit as we do in Fort Worth. I think that's the big in Texas. I think that's like that. I guess that's why it's such a big issue, because it is a lot of them niggas out there claiming that shit, and a lot of them have reached out to niggas from Cali for validation, for association, for authenticity. You know what I mean? But let's keep going, man.
An apology because this man didn't do nothing wrong. How you gonna try to shame somebody that was trying to help?
I want him.
You made us look real stupid, homie. That was backwards. And we in Texas, we don't do that, fam. We don't disrespect the elder Crips. We Crips, and we're never gonna stop being Crips, and we ain't gonna never stop showing respect to our elders who paved the way for us. So, in a nutshell, you know, you have to apologize, and you owe cuz an apology. You really do. I'm telling you, and I know the homies from the land, from your land, gonna tell you that too, cuz.
Homies from Hoover, man, ain't no Hoover's about to tell Gumby to apologize to no goddamn LA Ron. Man, shut the hell up. It was a dust up because they DP'd, when Jap DP'd them niggas that robbed the corn lady, which it didn't have nothing to necessarily do with the corn lady getting robbed. I think he was pissed off, upset, because I don't know if they was playing his music or somehow something they did in the video kind of made people think he has something to do with it. So he fought both of the niggas. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, ain't nobody about to make Gumby apologize no goddamn LA. Man, shut the hell. I'm telling you, this conversation let me know that he don't know what the hell he talking about, man. And this is why people from LA be like, they look at people claiming these neighborhoods outside of LA like they goofy. This is a prime example of why niggas from LA be like, you know what? Nah, man, that shit, I don't know what they doing out there. I don't associate with that shit. Yeah, nah, I look at that shit kind of weird, for real. This is exactly why, because if a motherfucker was actually like, I couldn't see people doing shit the way that it's done from the originators, and so many people still having an issue with it. But it almost comes off now as like, okay, you just a copycat. I want to be like, what the fuck is we talking about, bro? Like, you in your feeble mind, you believe that this dude is about to get pressed by his homeboys, OGs or not, to apologize to this Ron dude, LA Ron. Okay.
Because that's the law, remember? You always hollering about, what's the law? You broke the law. You did.
I agree with you, Mike. Michael said, I mean, that's great if the Crips are united in Texas, but once again, they never going to be united in California. It's never going to happen. Like, I'm trying to think, how can we explain this to people that don't understand? And the Bloods is a lot different, so we can't use them. But Crip, I'm gonna name like four different neighborhoods, right? Okay, you got Great Street Watts, you got East Coast Crip, you got, let's just say, Five Deuce Hoover Crip, and you got Rolling 60 Crip. Okay, we're just gonna name those four hoods. All of those neighborhoods got Crip on the end. Only two of the hoods that I named, though, are somewhat allies, and that's because they unify under a neighborhood Crip banner. You feel what I'm saying? None of the other ones are allies. I ain't gonna say that the Five Deuces and the Greats beef, but I mean, it just is what it is. And I know that. Like, if you're gonna claim some, at least do some studying. Like, the shit is online for you to see. Like, fuck it, you ain't even gotta go to, like, if you wanna be a professional historian of gang banging in any city, Chicago, fucking LA, or wherever they got gangs at. It's so many people self-snitching online that all you gotta do is go to YouTube, go to Alex Alonso Street Gangs, go to United Gangs of America, or United Gangs, or whatever it's called on social media. I mean, not social media, on damn, what am I saying? On the internet, like, or watch some of these damn videos and they just gonna give up all the game to you. Like, flat the fuck out. God damn, this nigga is stupid.
Pressed on.
In the beginning, they were united, but now Crip and Blood is just an umbrella to fall under. That's all the fuck it basically is. Like, it's like, I don't know, like we all in the fucking NBA, but this is my team. I play for the LA Lakers. I'm in the NBA, but I play for the LA Lakers. You in the NBA, but you play for the fucking Oklahoma City Thunder. And we rivalry. We're a rival. I mean, I don't know, like
me, cause I'm HCG. Guess what the homie said? The homie said that we stamped, and that none of y'all could tell us how to groove, cause nobody told y'all how to groove. So how can y'all tell us how to groove? That's what the homie said. Go check. Go ask, Gumby. Go ask us. It's HCG. You said I need to meet the Fadu. Guess what? This that you disrespected right here, he made sure the footwork met the Fadus that we needed to meet. The same that you didn't.
That's what he was supposed to. I said that's what he was supposed to do though. Like he was like, if he know motherfuckers and he want to be cool with y'all, hey, I ain't got no information for y'all, huh? These some niggas I know from Fadus. What the fuck that got to do with what you saying? The nigga's not apologizing to this old nigga sitting next to you.
Do that, cuz. You did not do that. The first thing you was supposed to do, Gumby, was you supposed to call the homies. You sure tried to call the homie when I was telling you about the brought it to us. You sure tried to call the homie when you thought I was talking about a Dre that you knew. You sure tried to jump on the phone then. Why you didn't really jump on the phone and call the homies, the Fadus homies, who have the authority to speak on this matter? And they would have told you then, right then, to bag up our big fish on Crip. They would have told you to shut your mouth. We heard. We heard, cuz. You're supposed to shut your face. You're supposed to get in the corner. You hear me? You been bad. You got to get in the corner, Crip. The law, remember? Remember you pressed. And guess what? All
right, let's see. I just want to see if L.A. Ron ever talked. You know what I mean? I just want to hear what he got to say, because shit, this nigga.
He said, well, you should have counted your money. And sent.
Our people need us, cuz. I know you.
Yeah, I just want to say a little something.
All right, say a little something, because this nigga Nessie been doing all the talking, and we tired of hearing from him.
When you first get into these gangs, you want a name, and you want to name yourself after somebody that's reputable. You want to name yourself after somebody that put the work in, that actually was about the business.
Hold on. All right, so Michael, you said that the dudes in Texas, the dudes with Hoover Crip tats in Texas, look at the transition to criminals as treason. You got to know the history behind the reason why they went from being Crips to criminals to even, if they knew the reason, I don't know how they would look at it as treason. Niggas that went from Crip to criminal looked at it as treason to keep remaining being a Crip when all your damn enemies, or the majority of your enemies and the majority of the deaths in your neighborhood came by the hands of other Crips. You feel what I'm saying? Like, know the history before, like, not you, I'm saying them. They should know the history before they say stuff like that.
And they have big homies and they have little homies.
Yeah,
and
not you. I know not you.
Big fish and they had little fish, and come to find out, you ain't even the big one. You little.
Little Gumby.
So, shout out to the big one, wherever he is, R.I.P., wherever he is.
Shout out to Big Gumby.
Yeah, not little one.
Not little Gumby. Little Gumby, you didn't.
So, because I might be little Trig. Because I'm not big Trig. Just because I'm little Trig, that mean I think Jap is what? Jap 5? It's like six or 7 of them or whatever. However many Japs it is. Like, The fuck that? What's big you nephew name? Tiny Draws. I'm just naming off people that's internet people. I ain't gonna name nobody that ain't on the internet. We just naming internet people. The fuck is we talking about? So because I'm somebody's little homie that gave me their name, that means I'm not who. I'm done with this shit, man. I can only do so much ignorant shit for after. I mean, I cover ignorant shit every day, but I need a break right now, man. Get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. I'm about to get up off of here, man. I'll be back live, and I'll be back with more content for sure. I just want to drop some content today because I didn't do no upload, so I need to at least put something out for y'all. I know the views, like I said, the views ain't viewing, but they're gonna go up. We gonna get it. I said I was gonna dedicate 25, but I'm dedicating from now to like the entire 26 to content. And like I said, I'm gonna be trying to do some real-time content, you know what I mean, in different places, different spaces. I'm gonna be bringing some different type of content, but I'm gonna definitely still keep bringing the street content as well. And we just gonna get it in.